What are you doing?
We did, in fact, kill a bunch of pieces.
Yeah, we killed some people that went and tried to kill, like, Mzabi and his peeps.
Yeah? Feel better?
Say hello, Internet.
Hello.
Internet.
So much for the call and response. I just sat there like a seal with
Sorry.
spicy problems.
I thought we had already started, and so I was going.
Yeah.
Also, I'm disrupted by the
No,
Super Bowl.
you're good. No, you're good.
Don't say that.
Superb owl.
We're gonna get fucking sued. The big game. The big game.
Sorry, I pronounced it wrong. Superb owl because they like owls that are superb.
If CBS wants the 1/23rd of the cent that they might get from us,
Wait, what? What?
Kansas City won.
Yep.
What?
wait, how did they win?
They just got a touchdown.
They had the power of Taylor Swift behind
They
them.
ran it through
Wow.
instead of pushing the. I'm sure you're captivated by this
turn this
Internet.
shit off now.
I
I'm
thought the
angry.
Niners scored a touchdown.
We did.
Oh no, it was a field goal.
Yep. It's those fucking 3-pointers.
All right.
So the beginning of our nerd session is started with some sports ball.
Yep.
Don't make me commit a Melanie.
This might mean Trump might win again.
No.
Maybe what? Oh. No.
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 Is the
No,
owl gonna give us its egg?
Maybe.
The hand egg ball. What?
I'm over it now.
The Niners?
Well, it looks like the Niners lost.
But just barely.
It's bullshit. Talkie
bad.
does it better. You heard me, Internet.
Well, if they hadn't done field goal tip touching for the last quarter,
Old gold tip touch.
There was a lot
It
of.
really was,
Fucking
though. It
dumb
was just like, oh,
fencing.
look, I got 3 points.
Yeah.
Oh,
I told you this.
yeah.
It's 100%.
I'm done.
It's 100% fucking edging. They're like, how can we keep this going? Just keep it going. Don't end it yet.
So did you say we're dong fencing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not us. The field goals.
Not yet.
Yeah. Give it a minute.
Yeah.
What happened?
Well, they kicked the ball in, so we had to put the ball down with our hands.
We talked about dog fencing, and then Tony said, well, not us. We're not dog fencing. And I was like, not yet.
Oh, there we go. Here we go. I see your melon.
Time to
And
commit.
raise it.
Nah, boo. Boo.
It's so rare that I hear my brother hit coach or anything like this.
I'm still mad, but okay.
I agree. Yeah. Let's channel.
Okay, so we killed a bunch of religious zealots.
We
and,
slept in a church.
Some of us.
Yeah, we did. We slept in the church, and the church didn't blow up or whatever.
Yeah.
I sent some people to Legion, right? Or somebody did. Some people went to
think the
Legion.
cats.
But then some people went to wherever the cat takes them.
Wow. Yeah.
Probably just to nothing.
Some people went not because necessarily of you directly, because you made them stab each other. So you were the
I
impedance.
indirectly sent people to Legion.
Yeah.
They deserve
They deserve it.
You also
Most
more,
of them just sent themselves to Legion.
You also more directly imposed your will on Fate's design. So
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Oh yeah, you gave John more dice. Thanks.
Yeah.
Well, it's okay. It saved Mzabi and
Elohim
Genia's
was,
side dude. So
Elohim was on his way out.
Like, dude, is that what you said?
platonic wrestling side dude.
Oh, I
Never
love it.
wrestled.
You'd like to?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I mean,
I know what I'm talking about.
Genia's side piece. Genia's a planner. He was getting that side piece ready right before we get married.
No.
We
It's,
find-
more,
we
it's
find-
more like, okay, if the worst happens.
Yeah,
to
but
my
he has a
first
wife.
husband-
I'm gonna have to find her and be like,
Kill
yo,
her.
kick rocks.
We find Ricardo at his
Only if she's bad.
at his
Maybe if you
grandfather's
choose wrestle
restaurant,
and whoever wins
smoking a
gets it.
pipe alone. What's up, Ricardo?
I'm pretty sure
She's
if I
wrestling
helped
with
Elohim
him.
commit adultery,
It's not adultery.
Matushka, he's married. Elohim is married.
No, it's not adultery. You're just wrestling. It's training. It's fine.
It's just wrestling, honey.
It's fine. It's perfectly.
I'm pretty sure Matushka cares about what the actual thing is, and not
I don't think Matushka cares.
I have a lot of very strict rules that she has given me that I must follow to keep magic.
Yeah, I don't think Matushka would give a fuck if Zhenya was like, actually, I'm gonna get down with this other dude. I think Matushka would be like, get it, girl.
Well, how are you gonna do that without lying?
I mean,
no one said you had to lie about it.
Whatever the fuck your husband's name is,
Ricardo
would not be down because he's Catholic as hell.
Yeah, no.
Well, that's, it's just wrestling.
This is not what Zhenya wants either. Calm down.
It's Samartian style wrestling.
Don't worry. Yeah. It's like fucking Turkish wrestling. There's a lot of fucking oil.
Yeah. It's just quick, slap, slap.
Comma oil or fucking oil, comma.
Well,
Sure.
Yes.
See, in the translation,
to the other.
the translation doesn't have a comma. It's all about context.
In the heat of the moment, sometimes it's like it's slippery. Like whoop.
Whoops. Anyway.
Focus on heat.
I didn't mean that. Maybe unless you're okay with it.
So warm. Yeah, that's right.
In the heat of the moment, sometimes it's like,
Okay, so what the hell else is happening in San Felipe now?
Everything's going to shit.
I mean, we dealt with this problem, I think. We slept in church. Now we wake up in the church.
Yeah. We sleep until morning.
And find out that while we were helping Imzabi and Elohim, that someone else was being murdered across town.
That's right. No.
We have to check on everyone.
Don't be like, did we do homework? Or didn't we have homework to do?
Maybe we should just check on everyone. Let's go check on Perez and
Fucking everyone.
oh my god, what the fuck is Longville and
Landeville.
and all these people.
Landeville.
Mr. Perez.
Mr. Paris.
Mr. Paris.
Mr. One Arm.
Yeah. Captain French.
Captain French.
Captain One Arm Frenchie.
One Arm,
Fine,
One
you can
Eye.
call him that. Friends doesn't exist.
Something Frenchy man.
We're not talking about his constitution. We're talking about...
He's a one-armed, one-eyed.
Why is
You're
someone
trying to make
biting
it
your
work.
man on the jawline?
What is going on?
It looks like
Who's biting my baby?
probably Taeyeon.
So
Damn it.
I wake up in a church with the stained glass, with the sun beaming through the stained glass, playing a riot of colors across my face. As I blink to consciousness, I go,
Yep.
good times.
You wake up.
Shattered the.
And then I
poeticness
look
of it.
sad and crestfallen suddenly as I realize it's not on fire.
You're right. You wake up in the bed of another man's god. So.
And it's not on fire.
No.
And then I'm like, well, maybe soon.
Maybe so.
I guess I get to go walk across the street to work.
Just
Yeah, you're basically right close to your work. So yeah, you have some time.
I've got to actually finish the wedding outfits. Because apparently that's happening
There's a
already.
wedding on the horizon.
Oh shit, whose wedding? Yours?
mine and
Well, the other
grand
one will be
avocados.
later.
And the grand avocado.
The other one will be later.
The avocados later?
Venya's
more
comes first.
impending.
How long roughly has it been since Marcus joined the group here?
A day and a half.
About like, well,
A week?
grand total about like 4 or 5 days.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Don't feel that way, but it is. So do I
Really? 4
need to
days?
roll things?
In real time, like
Well, I know in real time it's
7
been forever, but
months.
I'm thinking about how long.
In Marcus time.
Yeah, I'm thinking about how long Marcus can
Like a week.
conceivably stay away.
No, thank you.
Thanks for letting us watch.
Did he propose?
Yeah, that's fine.
Did he propose?
What?
No,
To Taylor.
Yeah.
I mean not yet.
He won the Super Bowl. I mean,
He did it all by himself.
yep, it was just him.
Yeah.
We just avoided a new album.
Yeah, he
dropping.
both threw it and
Only
caught
football
No.
I care about.
No, see, the difference is that if he lost, she was going to break up with him, but since he won, he's now breaking up with her. So
it. God,
Oh, that's how it
it
works.
would be so. Oh my god.
That would also leak them.
That would also, yeah, exactly.
different flavor.
Maybe Taylor will finally go to the like middle future.
He'd be
side.
assassinated.
Right.
There would be
And then might actually listen to
There
it.
would be a line for who to kill.
Maybe.
Who gets to kill him first.
Legion of Swifties.
Yeah. As
God.
well as the NFL execs. Yeah.
They're fucking everywhere. There's like sleeper agents.
I like that Legion of Swifties. We are Swifties.
No, they are. It's
They fucking are.
they're like they're worse than Rick and Morty fans.
Yeah, it's scary.
You're wrong. You're not wrong.
You guys look really
Don't
serious
fuck
at the TV. Is everything okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
But anyway,
You were all just like,
Yeah, so for the first time in a little bit, there's a lull. Nobody's getting murdered.
Hooray!
I hate it. I don't know what to do with myself. Yeah.
Suspicious.
Yeah, I'm like
Check on
I
everybody right now.
yeah,
So
I immediately
suspect.
go down to the docks.
yeah.
And then I go check on the crows out camped out in the outside the town.
Probably
Yep.
go to the governors.
Like
Crows
just
are good.
just
Um,
whatever
But
whatever
I
needs
need to
help.
work on the clothes first.
Yeah.
we'll as you go check on things, we'll go to these things one at a time.
Read my
Marcus,
reports.
you have about a couple weeks total, so minus let's say 5 days
Really?
Yeah.
that you
What
were
is-
here.
what?
Um, you're supposed to get notifications
Oh.
from the front as to what your own personal monster is up to.
Yeah. But Marcus did say he would help he would
They're
help
kind of chalky
everybody here
since they've been
do what they need to do.
Yep.
As long as they come back and help him with his troubles afterwards.
Well, battle is coming,
yeah.
so it won't be long now. All right, so Rethold is gonna go check on the crows and check with the guild.
Everything. I'm taking a full lap.
Yeah.
I don't trust this I don't trust this bullshit that
Salvador is recovering at this point.
good.
Marcus is
wake up.
actually kind of interested in the ships because he hasn't really seen much of that yet. So wherever you're gonna go, he's gonna travel with you.
Oh, brother, let me show you.
No.
Follow Rethold along.
That's all like 5 days later.
Then just get comfortable with a lot of like
Nudity.
touching.
Yeah, I feel like you're
Yeah,
just gonna be
He had
suddenly
so many boats.
you'll be like shirtless and blood all
I
over
hold
you.
your hands and I'm like, this is good. They are calloused.
It's kind of
Now we're going
ridiculous
to
how
work.
many boats he has.
Now we're going to work on your feet.
Every boat you go past, you look and you notice that like one more piece of clothing is missing.
Yeah.
His chest is like puffed up.
Look at my ship. Now look back at me. Now look at my ship. Now look back at me.
Now I'm a horse.
I'll ride you too. Don't worry.
That's Genia's ad.
Yep.
Hey,
The
at least
first
you don't have to
person
roleplay two
to ride
horses talking.
Genya was
No.
Rethold.
But as a bear, so there's a separation. You know,
Oh my
Wait, was that before or after we?
Ricardo got
we
first
Ricardo'd?
horse. Oh, that was before.
Okay.
Ricardo, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, because we wandered out into the hills to meet Ricardo, basically.
No, we had to break him out of jail.
Oh, so
Ricardo is who we got out of jail.
so I guess he's been around.
He's been around.
He's been around.
When Ricardo was into,
No,
let me just put
he
it
was
this
first
way.
because I had to horse him home.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, see, good. Then there you go.
There you go. Ricardo was
Fine.
first.
Yeah.
If you will have me, madam, I would like to claim first horse.
And Matushka had no problem with me riding you as a bear later.
That's how the
so
marriage
obviously-
proposal went.
If I need to roll wits was trapped.
Pardon me, madam.
Yeah, please.
I claim first horse.
I'm continuing because I think
Wow.
I posted you a thing.
I'm all hot and bothered.
You've got a
Thinking
horse
of-
card
Yeah.
instead of a dance card.
Yep.
Well, if you're all playing Genya Bingo, someone got shit on when she was
Yep.
a crow.
I want to play that. Where do we have that?
No, I'm really sad now that Marcus can't transform into a buff squirrel like I used to be able to.
Aww.
I'm sad about that now.
Oh, I'm glad one of us is.
Yeah.
One of us is sad.
Squeak, 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 squeak.
That fucking squirrel.
I'm not going to remember that when my character wakes up in that game.
I've never been a squirrel,
Fuck
but a
with
field
that.
mouse. And she flip flops between Arctic things and field things, so either light brown or white.
An assassin field mouse.
It was It was
A mercy kill.
It was for
Nice,
mercy.
boo. You got it. No,
Go for the eyes.
It wasn't even that cool. It was sad.
It was very sad.
It was basically the situation was Ricardo and 2 junior members of the Crows were captured. The 2 junior members were on the verge of breaking and potentially revealing secrets about the organization. So Ricardo was like, "This fucking sucks," but these kids
and one of them was
have to go
so broken that he
talk.
might have died very painfully anyway. So it was more of a...
It was mercy killing.
Yeah.
Very much a mercy.
We weren't yet demigods at that point,
No,
so we
yeah.
couldn't just...
Yeah, we hadn't gone OP yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Going plaid.
It was like season 1.
Yeah, well, there's
We hadn't had the time skip yet.
I mean, it really was because the session that Ricardo was introduced, we still were playing the game at Tony and JC's.
Yeah.
Oh,
So it's been a minute.
And I need a book. I need a book.
I mind. It was pre-pandemic by probably a couple years.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh
Yeah.
shit. Okay,
Yeah.
so
No, we've been
I know
here
this
for a
game's been
minute.
going on for like what 5-6 years now.
Yeah, well, because this game has been going on. I think this is probably going to be the 6th year this year in the fall.
Crazy.
This game was the only thing that was keeping me going through the pandemic.
No.
It was, yeah, because we played at Tony and JC's, then we started playing here, and the pandemic happened for 2 fucking years.
Yep.
Now back again.
Are we doing advantages again? Is it 1 for 1?
Yeah.
I believe
Advantages are cost, but with
so. Right,
roll
with GM approval.
GM approval.
Yeah.
Okay. So I haven't already done enough to get a legendary trait wits.
You can.
Okay.
That's what GM approval is.
I have 22 advantages.
Oh, I think
Like,
because you buy them,
yes.
you collect them.
Oh, yes.
Mine are all just new waves. So
All right, so
Mine are
Rethel's
new
gonna
ways to just
go
kill
on a
everyone.
circuit.
new ways to get other people killed apparently.
Ricardo and Genia are gonna. At least Ricardo has a wedding to prepare for, because that's more of his area of expertise. He's getting married in the Castilian church, which Genia's like, I don't know.
Why aren't that we outside?
I don't know what that is. Next session will be when this happens. By the by, so if you
okay.
have requests.
JC,
Yes?
in 2 weeks, Genya and Ricardo were getting married.
Okay, I'll be there. Wait. Yes, I'll be there.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, we're skipping next week. JC and I.
Or, like, yeah, this.
Well, I won't
They're
be
gonna
here.
go.
I won't
Okay.
be here next
Yes,
week
that's
either,
right. They're gonna go see Burt Kreischer.
The machine! It was my Christmas present.
He'll be in Michigan,
So. Yeah.
not with Bird Kreischer.
Not with Burt Kreischer.
I should hope not. He's going to be in Stockton with me.
And Burt Kreischer would have to put a shirt on if he was in Michigan, because it'd be too cold for him.
I mean, he's got a lot of insulation.
Anyway.
That's right.
She fuck off.
Yeah.
Well,
So
this is scary
outside of
things.
this, Genia, is there anything you want to take care of?
I mean, she carved a ring out of stone, which we did quite some time ago.
Yep.
Families in
Your whole
town.
family is here.
Houses are built.
Ricardo's hasn't arrived yet, but
No.
it's imminent.
No, nothing till the day of.
All right. Other business you want to go look at that's not wedding planning related?
Who am I watching after? I mean, my main concerns were Mzabi and I mean, all my other things are in Liso.
Yep.
So I can't really pop off. I mean, I could pop off to Liso, but no, I can't. I'm not going
The only
to.
other person I think you've been watching out for is Salvador, and she's
Oh yeah.
recovering in her home.
And
she's still doing good.
Salvadora and Luna Maria.
Luna Maria is also fucked up.
Yeah, I did my best with Luna Maria.
Yeah, you did. they both
Yeah.
got into it.
Yeah. So I mean, otherwise,
I'll go check on the governor.
No, yeah.
You're gonna go to your shop and check on the governor.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Marcus is going with Rethold. Jimena, are you gonna go look at any of your Otome Game boys?
I mean, only 2 technically are here because Heinrich is my lab assistant.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
I'm getting there.
And Heinrich is very dutifully following you wherever you need him, wherever you
Well,
go,
there's
so.
3 of them.
Oh, that's right, because Isak is still here.
Isak is here.
But she's
and then-
already she's passed him on.
Heinrich is surprisingly
to his...
adept at being a lab assistant for some reason. Like he's he just it seems to be a natural thing.
He's just really good at following orders because he's too scared not to.
Yes, entirely true.
Aww.
Yeah.
He also looks really good in that lab coat.
It only works for me if there's also
comfortable,
glasses.
like not like he's cute, but like disturbingly comfortable.
Right. The next time you roll up to your lab, Heinrich is like,
Lisa, did you know that
I've
there
been
was
doing
there's
some
a,
of my own
version of
testing.
Half-Blood that's basically a high school
he's
thing?
like, I found 4 different bodies,
Is it a game?
and I made a man.
Yes, but I'm not sure it's been translated or not.
No, that's fine.
But basically, you're like either dating them as high school students
It's just
or
the
they're
door
part of
move. Just
faculty.
It's like the end of Cuckoo's Nest.
How exciting.
Yep.
Just silent.
Cuckoo's nest, cuckoo's nest.
But yeah, the other rogue element that's out here is like Jorge.
Is he still here?
Oh yeah, because now the Brotherhood of the Coast has been allowed to,
right.
moor at the city.
That's so many.
So there's been pirates.
They're supposed to be in different area codes, not the same.
Yeah, no, all the hoes are in one area code.
Including
They're all
one with a
competing for
growing
space.
beard and flowing long black curly hair and a chest that will not stay covered.
For whatever reason,
His
he's
shoulders
always
are-
his shoulders are
standing
made of
really
Teflon.
dramatically blowing wind. Not sure why.
Yep.
His entire chest is Jin's left shoulder. Is it Jin? Who can't keep their
Jimin.
Jimin's, yeah.
Yeah. Jimin can't keep his left shoulder covered.
There you go. No, his chest is entirely dead. Like he's like, here's my outfit that I'm gonna wear for the Grande's wedding. And it's like, is that a cravat? Are you not wearing a shirt? Oh yeah, I am.
It's a very low cut vest. Also a
The
cravat.
V-neck goes all the way to his
Like-
navel.
Yeah.
I'm not
It's like,
sure
bro,
if
I
it counts if you can
100% see
a
your
nipple.
chest right now.
I can see your nipples. It does not count.
Nip slip.
Yep. You
I
shouldn't
mean,
be showing
it's,
his nipples.
it's still a
It's a
3-piece suit.
presentation.
A shirt underneath.
Nip press.
It's just a 3-piece suit.
Exactly 3 pieces.
Yep.
That's it.
Vest, shirt, thong.
Chaps.
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 Yeah.
Yep.
These are my dress chaps.
Yeah.
Little bow tie.
These are my dress chaps. See the pleats?
Oh my god.
No, they've got the fucking the mariachi stitching down the side.
Yeah.
Supposed to draw the eye away from my bulge.
I'm not sure it's working.
That's the point.
Holy fucking shit. Somebody's gonna show up at the Grande's wedding.
Dude, Amanda and I have been watching fucking that show. And
It's like what she pauses in the right place.
yeah.
I was like, no, she hasn't.
I know. We were watching Taskmaster, and in one
Lord.
season is Philip Wang, and Philip Wang decides his costume he's going, because they make them wear the same outfit for all the filmings so they can edit it whenever they need to. And so Phil decides that the only costume he is going to wear is the yellow jumpsuit from Kill Bill. But it's a bad, shitty costume version of it, and
Leaves very little to be.
very little to the imagination, and he is constantly like squatting or doing something. Like the focus is so on his like just bulge so often, and even when they're like playing it back and like he's in the audience watching, he's like, this was such a bad idea. It is the absolute worst.
Oh, fucking sitting down.
It's like, oh, I know exactly what it looks like.
Yeah, I do. Yes, and his name is Wang.
Hey.
Philly Wang Wang.
It winked.
Yeah.
It winked at me.
So yes.
It's like that one pair of pants they made Hong Jun wear for Bouncy, where they're doing like part of the choreography is
why
they
would-
lean back. And
Why
it's
would
just
they do? Yeah.
right out of those like silk pants.
Yeah.
Oh
like
dear.
They're like
It's like
they're like shiny like silk or satin like track pants.
Yeah, they're silk.
But it leaves absolutely nothing.
There's some
to
brands that do
imagination.
that, right?
Or those velour pants they put Mingy in all the time.
Where it's just,
Where it's
like
just like-
having neon around it.
Oh, yeah.
The words of Josh Henderson talking about gray sweatpants.
There's
is
a lot
like,
going on in there. All.
these are like a fucking boner highlighter. Like, it's
But we know because he's told us Yunho
We
wears a
just play
dance
real
cup.
quick.
Yeah.
He refuses to go out there all schlong.
Yeah. He's like, no, I'm
Schlong
keeping
or
this
all
in.
schlong?
All schlong.
all a schlong.
Yeah.
Yes, I would
So
like.
he very specifically wears a dance belt.
Yeah.
I would like au
dance
schlong
belt.
au jus. Just the
You
tip.
would not.
You dip the tip in.
JC, if it's done right, he would.
And then take a vicious
John
bite out
loves
of it.
au jus, though.
Hey, look, some people they need that to feel
Yeah.
anything. Not me, but
Jeez,
it's,
man. That's
sure.
so existential there.
I'm not going to yuck your yum.
I don't want to be here anymore.
Oh, sorry.
We're like tainting Lisa's house. It's just,
There's some weird energy in here. You can
There is not enough dried shit in my kitchen to ward off all this bad.
yeah.
Look,
What?
you welcomed us in. That's,
You would-
My ass.
You would have you would have had to stop us years ago at this point.
Yeah. With the angel and devil on your shoulder, but it's two devils.
All right,
What
well,
happens when you let the vampires in the house?
yeah, you know, you were
It's
supposed
two devils with
what
the
I
drink
said.
and
Let the right ones in.
devil.
So are there
Yeah.
any pieces that you
Her should be let the ace ones in.
also want to do, Jimena? You can also go check on your actual.
That's true. I can go check
Boyfriend.
on.
You gotta go walk
Oh,
the
I was
dog.
thinking-
Oh
my
yeah, that's right.
He's not my side piece. He's my primary.
He's your main
Your
weapon.
main piece.
Old
He's-
Baldy.
He's
My
my
pony, sorry.
he's my romantic interest, and also
Baldur's Gate,
and
yeah.
then like Jorge is my like oh
gonna
but
be a
maybe,
cycle.
and then the other two were like I keep them in my pocket.
The other
I don't know.
ones.
They just need guidance.
It's not gonna
You
be
play
Yeah.
you play the Otome game, or you just set them on the path.
Yeah.
Right? Like you're like, here you go.
Here you
Have your romantic arc that I help orchestrate. That's
I'm,
definitely
I'm
true
setting
for
up a
Lisa.
villain origin story for Heinrich.
Yeah, apparently, because Heinrich is like at this point.
So he's gonna be the mad scientist?
Well, he has like a.
That's what I'm saying.
My mistress needs a man. I shall make one.
Because as you were fighting yesterday, was eyeing these daggers. Like he has like a healthy fucking fear of this. Because when he was with Jimena, they broke the shit that was in there. Like, and Jimena captured some of it in a jar, and it was like, oh, that's bad. He had like the.
bad juju in there.
He has that. That fear that strikes in the bottom of your soul. Like, ugh, I don't want this.
Still have the bad juju in a jar.
You do. You do.
We should. I don't know what to do with it now. I can't break the jar. I
Yeah.
can't release the bad juju.
Yep. That's
Jar.
the moment you break that jar, it's gonna be like the fucking ending of Ghost. Patrick Swayze.
Oh God.
With the
Wow.
weird little.
With fucking crawly dark spirit, like drag me to hell shit.
Ugh.
What have you done?
Oh, the kitty got me.
Oh,
Oh, see.
Yeah, right in the crow.
right in the crow.
Cat scratch fever.
When I was antagonizing Tofu on Friday.
Right in the tail feathers.
Antagonizing tofu.
Yeah, I went to
Tofu,
visit a friend
let's
and her
go.
kitty's name is Tofu.
That's in
We
my
were wrestling.
Where's Volo?
We were like, he's gonna sleep good.
Killer tofu.
Ooh-wee-oo.
Killer tofu.
Wow, I love how you heard that.
Right. Even, what are you up to in the moment? You have you've been drinking on the church steps. You have pretty much ready-made drinking buddies if you so choose. But if you want to go do something else, you can also do that.
Oh, I know what Jenny is doing. She's resting.
Yeah.
She's got a few points of bad damage to heal up.
Right. You've reached a point of the game where you're like, I gotta take a day of rest
Yeah.
now. I've been doing too many things.
Yep.
Oh, I need to get rid of lashes.
I forgot I still have that nice rifle.
I also gotta convince some people of some shit that that Matushka would like because I need some hero points.
You gotta go fucking preaching.
Yeah, I gotta go preaching.
You gotta go rest. Maybe you should go hang out. Maybe you should go hang out with Devine.
Oh hey, everybody roll a d10.
Talk about your Lord and Savior.
4.
You never
9.
win this game.
7.
No, D10s. No.
Are you serious? Did you roll a 10?
No,
No.
she's gonna roll a 10.
Okay, never mind.
So
She says, "Where are my
That's
D10s?"
100.
don't roll a 9.
6.
6.
Cool.
Yeah.
You get a
Jared
hero
gets it.
point.
You
Hooray!
get a hero point.
Well, of course, I am the hero.
Okay, main character energy.
Certainly not me.
Yeah. So is everybody.
Right after show.
I'm a god.
I had main character.
Everybody's the main character.
He had exceptional main character energy until he ran into another party full of main characters.
Wait until Don Francisco shows up.
Yep.
He's like 2 main characters.
Yes.
Maybe he will show up with the fucking
Like,
chaps.
honestly-
He fucking would.
You know,
Honestly,
yeah.
this
No,
is
He
his-
has them in
this
no,
his
is
he's
my
going to
story.
show up in full, like... I mean, they don't have mariachis in Spain, but he would find a way to show up in, like,
No,
the
it's
full...
like the black, like, you know,
With the ruffles.
embroidered outfit
Yeah.
with the fucking chaps.
He's gonna
He
show
shows
up
up in, like, a matador hat.
Oh,
Dude,
yeah.
he's gonna come showing up like Picholin
Yeah.
with the hat.
With the fucking whip, because why not?
Why not?
Because those were terrible. It's my poor boo.
Uh,
Those boots. Why? My baby.
all right, so you're gonna go to your shop to do some work. Do you go visit with the governor first or after?
Oh.
I think I do work first, then go
Okay.
visit him in the afternoon.
Give me a roll. Your crew is hard at
fine.
work. You notice that there's a lot of progress made on a new set of sails.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Your
that's
shop.
right. We did
Big
do that.
fucking ostentatious motherfuckers.
Yeah, yeah.
Are we producing more banners? Is that a thing we need to do too?
Yeah, there's a stack of them already ready. So as you come, you can redirect some of the traffic because it looks like the sales are proceeding apace.
It's lame as is fucking that shop.
Yeah, basically. There's a lot of singing when you come in. It's weird. Yeah.
Black, the color of this bear.
No, I thought the bear was white though.
No, just this one.
Not in this song.
That's a meme. I stole that from a meme.
Okay.
It's great.
Huh. Surprised. I'm so surprised.
Yeah. Well, you know, I try to cite my sources when I can.
Any other orders you give your people
Yeah.
outside of working on wedding cakes? Because now it's coming.
I mean, do we have any other like interesting projects that have come in, or like commissions? I guess.
No, because it hasn't been long enough since you've given your last
Well, then I
orders.
probably don't have any others. Like, I might suggest that we do more. I don't know, maybe in the evening. Practicing the week,
That's
but
right.
not during the day. Like,
Put that
I'll
on
go
the table.
visit the governor and then come back for that.
What,
Yep.
Fuma? What's happening?
But other than that, just carry on.
Amanda sending
Yep.
pictures.
I feel like
Oh no, Amanda!
Yeah.
I feel like I might put an emphasis on like formal wear. So you know,
Oh,
like
yeah.
just like producing pieces of formal wear for
Yeah.
people who just walk in because
These are nothing.
they're gonna be
compared
like
to what I
fancy things.
had to
do.
watch.
Perfect.
The
Okay.
hula hoop scene.
Oh god, that was the worst.
So that's me for now.
Oh.
Perfect.
In the afternoon.
Who wore it better?
Philly, Philly, Wang, Wang. Wow. Yeah, it's
Yeah, that's
bulbous.
yeah. That is focused.
There was a task where the
the, like-
youngins had
the,
to
like-
learn how to hula hoop.
The like rib gut
So he was
situation
Yeah.
Yeah.
really accentuates it.
Yeah.
Well, there's the arrows.
Yeah.
And then this thing has
I'm
its own.
convinced that they came up with the hula hoop just because he wore that.
Yeah. I'm convinced
sure.
too.
This thing has its own drop shadow, so you know.
You know the generative AI is just getting too weird with the shading.
So yeah, you roll up to Governor Perez's mansion.
Lisa,
Yes, dear.
can I borrow drugs from you?
Yeah. How strong? You want a Cedrin? You want Tylenol?
Tylenol is fine.
Wow, you can look at little peen.
It's not little in any way, shape, or form.
Well, I mean,
It was very chunky.
in this tiny photo.
Not not to share too much with the table, but no, that's how they refer to it to every peen. So I have no frame of reference. So
I regret
Hey, at least
saying
it's
oral.
even. At least it's even, right? Even keel.
no, yeah. It's just demoralizing all around instead of with reference.
Being singled out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel ya.
Didn't help when my therapist giggled. Yeah. I'm like, yeah, no, it's funny. I get it. I'm trying to solve problems here.
Not make him worse.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, when you show up to the mansion, you get ushered in at the gate. You find that there's kind of a lot going on in the mansion. You notice that when you go check on Governor Perez, there's a whole slew of people there with him.
Wait, they're all in the room with him, or are they
In the room
planning
with
it?
them. There's some.
They better be cool.
There's some conversations happening.
I was like, in the ring, are we fighting? Are we bare
It's
knuckle
some
fighting?
Better
intense.
not be assholes.
And I'm the one here. I'm like the least
Say,
fighty
bitch, be cool.
person.
There's some intense planning happening. You notice that.
You okay?
No, I'm fine. I was sitting here and like my foot vibrated. Like it felt like someone's phone went off next to my foot, but there's nothing there.
Ooh, ghost phone.
Yeah,
That
I
sucks.
don't like that.
That sucks. Yeah, you notice that Governor Perez is there. Of course, Longueville is there. You also
What's Longueville's first name?
Martin.
That's right.
Yep.
Marty and Carlito.
That's right. That's right. That's the ship name.
Say ham?
Marlito.
Marlito.
Yeah,
We got there.
Marlito.
Oh, Hank. Okay. What's his first name? Ham. What? That doesn't even make any sense.
Ham.
That's his pet name.
Yeah. He likes that ham.
Oh, my little hamon.
Give me a second because I gotta pull up my.
I'm making you dig into some NPCs now.
No, it's just like I'm hesitating on the last name here. Like, I remember it as one way, but this game is confusing enough already
Wee!
Yeah.
without.
Is it the Duke?
Il Duce.
Yes.
This
That's
is
your
when,
shop.
you know,
That's the name of my shop.
more or
Yeah.
less
if this
Yeah.
game was a video game, is when the Duke appears. Like, this is where you get the countdown to the end times.
Yeah.
Now you've entered the final phase of the game, and you gotta prevent.
The Duke is just the final boss.
Yeah. The Duke is the final boss. We've seen the novels you post.
Oh
You
God.
gotta prevent the Duke from going away in his fucking flying carriage.
Yeah, I couldn't see the Duke coming because he's out of faith, so I can't sense him at all.
That's right.
Fucking.
This guy's completely disconnected from fate. This doesn't make any sense.
Yep. He exists.
Just think about when they met Veronica. Well, you don't know anything about Veronica.
I don't.
It's actually 5 dukes that interlock to make one big duke.
Veronica
Yeah,
is
basically.
And I'll form the head.
Duke-tron.
It's a Duke from 5 different nations that
man.
form a fucking Duketron.
Mega Duke.
Veronica is completely out of fate.
Oh,
Like she has no fate.
that's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
Veronica's
this a little unsettling, but
Veronica's unreadable
she's a nice girl.
to Marlena.
Yep.
Also, Faye read that way to me too.
Now that
so-
they don't have to be her husband, I have big hopes for her.
Don't have to be.
Yeah.
Well, for a second there, it seemed like that was like my only option, and I was like, I don't know, man. I didn't think we didn't really talk about this, and I didn't think.
Virginia was like, you hover around my sister too much. You're gonna have to, make her an honest woman.
She was unconscious for the first 8 months we knew her. I wanted to make sure.
Well, see, but the problem the moment she woke up, you were a terrible influence, and I'm like, you keep fucking with my sister, I'm gonna make you keep her.
I am a bad influence equally to everyone. What about our relationship has ever indicated?
I mean, you're a good heathen.
I am
Just
Yes, you're a good heathen, and I appreciate that because we can be good heathens together. But
yes.
you
let me
keep
spread
corrupting my
bad
baby.
juju all around. Yeah. So, Governor Perez is here. Lonovid is here. You see Captain Jose
The captain's here.
What's up?
and his second in command poring over maps. You also see
My daughter.
You also see General Cardozo of the Carrion Crow, and his second in command.
Oh,
Who is that? Is that
Beata
Beata?
Virginia's
Weinhardt.
other side piece
Right.
Who?
Beata Weinhardt.
Oh yeah, yeah.
She's a good time.
with her warts dying.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Who is the only one out of that whole crew not wearing a formal coat. She's just wearing like her linen shirt. The collar super open. And it's not lit, but she has like that ridiculous pipe in her hand and she points at things with it. Like you can probably tell like she probably tried to light it a couple times and they told her like not in here.
Not here.
But the pipe has not left. There's a feeling of like maybe this will happen still.
I keep wondering why Marcus keeps twitching while we're walking down the street.
So yeah, there's a whole fucking war council happening.
We weren't invited. You believe that
Oh,
shit?
fucking rude. Oh. No.
I mean, I'm not invited either. I just
Were you like,
came
oh wait,
by
we
to see
were?
what's going
Oh wait,
on.
no.
No.
I mean, if I looked at this, I'd be like, oh, this seems like good fun. Also, I think some people would be upset.
You
that
get
we are not there.
you get waved in by Lord Revere as he sees you at the door.
Well, I'll walk in.
He's like,
and-
yes,
I
please
don't super
come
care.
join us.
I should hope they've leveled a few times since we got involved with them. But, so hopefully.
Okay, can I look at the map and see if I can figure out what
They're
they're
competent.
doing?
Yeah,
My
basically
warfare is kind of low, but I'll try.
they're working basically on reassignments between new conscripts, the city guard, and the addition to the Carrion Crow to the ranks. Basically, they're incorporating all of these people together. And there's a lot of logistics involved because some of the cadets are pretty green. You don't want entire units composed of rookies. General Cardozo is trying to spread some of his leadership around so that he's sort of beefing up Jose's leadership. Jose is like contributing very confidently, but you can tell if you look at the conversation that he's trying to get Cardozo to assign somebody to him as well, right?
Son.
Because he's like, he's not literally saying like, "This is my first war, guys. I don't. You all know what you're doing here, but like, I'm not used to being at this level still, and I know it's hard to tell. Like, he's not saying it, but you can tell he keeps bringing back, right? Like
That's my boy.
My first time too.
I'm so proud of him.
He's like, somebody needs to be my advisor on this because so I don't fuck this up, basically.
I'll be held accountable, but you all need to know that if I'm held accountable, it's because all of y'all let me be held accountable.
Yeah.
That's how it works.
I mean, that's pretty fair.
It's like, if you want me on your team, I've never played this game before, so I'm gonna drag us down. But yeah, that's the big thing that's happening, and as you get brought in, Lanoville said there's rumblings from our agents at the Capitol that what is left of the Castilian fleet is being prepared. We can expect that there will be naval warfare at our door within the next couple of weeks.
So a minute
Jokes
ago,
on them, Avalon's coming.
Yep.
So yeah, a minute ago,
Once you get to the river of the coast,
because someone was trying to light a pipe, a very nice
way.
icing pipe.
Oh,
Now I'm like, hold on. A lot of blood just left most of my system. Hold on.
I think it's their the other
house, yeah.
yeah, the other.
I saw a lot of
you hear
fire
that?
on the sea.
You hear that knock?
Yeah, just Well, while we were walking, it was like, hold
Way too
on, I
hard.
can't stand up straight. It'll be awkward for everyone.
Including me.
I just remembered how many fucking ships we're gonna have.
I think now that I'm here, I think I will not
We're
go
gonna-
to report on
we're
what
going
I
to
know
fight
about the
everybody.
attack on what do we call
We
it?
could kill everybody.
It's Inquisito Aquila.
Inquisito Aquila. Yes, I will talk about my personal experience having been there.
Right.
And you know,
You see
number of
a
casualties that happened, who survived.
Because we have,
you see a short, mousy.
like a coast guard
Yeah.
You're not sure
of the region.
about
And then we also have my
the gender of this individual. Short,
is
brown,
graduated
sandy hair,
a
like
small fleet.
Yeah.
yay
And,
tall. That comes in with like a little scroll and quill and starts
have-
recording what you're
we
saying.
have the pirate
Wait, is that just like
nation as
another
our
me?
allies.
Just pull in a second. That's me.
There's just
We have
yeah, little short
Britain's
person with
Navy
glasses, like
who
just
said they would
recording,
me, okay.
recording everything.
All right.
So,
yeah.
like-
Okay. Well, I see
so,
that
yeah,
happening.
like-
That's nice.
and then we did
Yeah.
that. Or I don't know if you hear. We preempted.
Everybody is sort of worried about
The
this.
Italian,
You get asked like multiple
fleet.
times, like, is
more like get fucked.
Inquisitor
Now the Spanish
Masabi
fleet's
fine?
like, oh, here we come.
Yes.
And I'm like,
Is people okay?
Spanish Armada.
Yeah.
We got the English coming.
I was breaking it down. I was
Pirates.
breaking it down.
And have
Yeah, we got. Well, they're not coming by sea.
of
Though.
a hand.
Yeah,
and
we got my
there's-
whole army showing up.
Right.
No, yeah, and that's
But
just
I
the
thought
that's
that
just
might be a good
the
thing for
the,
you to know the procedure.
the water
Well,
campaign.
we appreciate it.
We're not even
um,
talking about
In the coming
the siege
days
we're gonna
and
have to
weeks,
endure.
you may have elements
We were worried about a blockade, like
and
we were.
allies that are joining this war effort that either we are not aware of or have no connection with. If you want to
Before we
assign
before we
these
became
folks,
friends
you'll
with
have full discretion to
Britain
do so.
and the pirates. I was like,
Anyone and everyone
blockade.
who
Fuck a blockade.
wants to
Isn't
My aunt.
take
isn't,
a
Salvador's
hand
wife's people from
in
Italy
participating
coming
in the
also?
war effort.
Oh,
would
well,
be
yeah,
welcome.
because
or
the
not
wedding.
Salvador, the Duke's.
Ah,
As long as you've
the
been
Grand
there.
Ducato's wife
yes, of
from
course.
across the
To
sea.
be.
I'm sure there's going to be a
In fact, you can
a
call me
squadron
anytime. I
to come in
have
from that.
certain
Oh, before all
talents
of that,
that can help with that.
I told my aunt,
Good. Well,
who has the
we
same
just want to make sure
proclivities
everyone is
as I do.
accounted for.
Hey,
we want to
make
make
some
sure
raiding
everybody is
boats,
communicating
and
with
we're
one
gonna hide them
another
on
and that we
shore
have
somewhere
a
so that if
rough
we do get
understanding
blockaded,
of what
we
our
can
fighting
just
strength
fuck 'em
is
up.
going to be.
So
Of course.
Also, it's like
this port is staying open.
Perez is like
We got cannons.
uncharacteristically
one
like
who can set
quiet.
things on fire with their mind.
He's
Yeah.
slightly pale. You see at some point that Landoville like puts his good hand on his shoulder like for a
I'm
second.
just waiting for
Like
the moment where I get to throw her onto a ship.
the stress is obviously getting to him.
I'm usually the one that does the throwing.
Hmm.
Well, yeah, but now you got somebody else who can throw you all the way over to
but
a ship, so you can just take
There's
off.
like a reassuring
Fly.
Yeah.
That's fair.
there's a
I don't think she
reassuring
would
like
trust the
grip
throw because she
from
can't touch the
Aw.
water.
Landoville as he's just like
Yeah.
obviously trying to communicate this is fine, this is what we've been preparing to do.
So
Grandma and
I
Grandpa had a
can't
real
say that
bad
I am
breakup. She,
an expert with
Grandma got
military
hurt in the
matters,
breakup.
but
we don't
if
talk
there
about
are
Grandpa.
some significant
Grandpa's the ocean.
weaknesses or
Also, the
like
Ah,
places
well,
where
too
your
far.
forces
Yeah.
need to be
that's what I'm looking for.
We don't talk
bolstered, I guess.
Pretty much.
Perhaps you can let me know. My friends and I are resourceful.
That's a word for it.
I'm like, I don't know why you're being coy in that room. We've improved the lives of everyone in that fucking room with magic.
I just can't exactly say, oh yeah, they'll definitely do this thing, because you guys are your own people.
Okay, we do get wild. You're right.
Zhenya will murder people she thinks are bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whether or not you approve.
Beata pipes in and is like, yeah, that's what we're trying to ascertain with this. We're trying to look at where the breaches are. Alonso and I are going to be looking at this, and then if there's gaps, don't worry, I'll let you know. We'll put your people to work.
Honestly, I would suggest bringing some of them to the table, at least the ones with some military experience.
Like the general.
Yeah.
like,
The literal general.
like Eugenia and Deco, who is amassing a good number of ships.
Here I'm Juan. They don't know me as Rethel around here.
Yeah.
Sorry, whatever I said
He's one.
was the right one.
Juan Mendez, brother
Of Mendez
to
y
the other
Mendez.
Yeah,
even though
why do
they're
you think that's what
clearly
it's
not
called?
related.
I mean,
He's like,
the
yeah,
actual,
that's my brother.
in the actual scene, I would have said the right thing, but I didn't.
Yeah.
Fine.
It's been a
Fine.
minute.
Mr.
You
Juan
also don't
Mendez.
have the full list of
Names.
Rethold's ridiculous aliases.
We have traveled through like 2 other countries,
Yeah.
so you would have heard me use those names. But
And then Jenny in the background. That's not your name. Your name is.
Yep,
Yeah.
well, it's what I'm called here.
that's not his
Genya
name.
earmuffs.
You and I know better than to give someone
Right.
a name.
True. Anyway, yes.
Genia Lying Hands.
Sorry.
So yeah, earmuffs. I was literally going to say that earlier. I was like, "Who's the one who taught you earmuffs?"
We also have a man from Iceland who
I'm not allowed
joined
to
us
lie.
recently.
Yeah.
Yes.
So weird.
It is one of our greatest.
Well, you're
one of our
welcome to
greatest
join these sessions
pieces
at
of
any time.
military,
We know that
military
you've had
intelligence is keeping her ignorant.
quite the busy last few days. So
Yes, it is true. There was also the attack on Salvadora.
And we appreciate her
Jose-
wisdom. in realizing
Jose
that
is
that
like-
strength for all of
like
us.
white as a sheet, and then he says immediately, he's like, patrols have been increased in this whole area. We also have a list of people we are keeping an extra eye on.
Of course,
This won't happen again.
there are a great many places that there are a great many ways things can go wrong. I believe you are doing more than your share of work to make this
Well,
as good
you're-
as it can be.
You're very kind.
Believe me, I can see things.
So yeah, you get debriefed a little bit, you get some
Oh,
of
I
the
see. So that's your
gory
trade name.
details on it, but it's a lot of what it is, right? There's some effectives getting brought in. The fucking Carrion Crow are bringing some of their artillery, but it's coming down from the mountain bays. They got fucking cannons and shit, so
Elephant.
that's coming and getting bolstered. The one thing
her
that
patron actually ends up
Landreville
in-
mentions is the one wild card we have is the Brotherhood of the Coast.
I can add some legitimacy to this. To this.
They have
shell,
not-
to the shell operation.
They have not yet come to us
Hell yeah!
with.
Congrats, you're a partner.
They have not yet come to us with
There's only one microphone.
an official,
And two are louder than them.
I guess, offer of what they are going to provide outside of what that they will patrol our harbor. If you can relay our willingness to work with them as a full partner nation, we would appreciate it. We've sent a couple couriers. They have not been treated badly, but they have been more or less ignored. Perhaps
Too bad
they're
Jimenez not here
right.
to be like, oh, I can go talk to them.
Yep.
She'll just roll in and be like, hello,
Hola.
hola,
My
¿cómo están, mi
understanding,
amigos?
my understanding of these people is that they do not like to be handled.
That
They need to
is
see somebody in front of them who has enough power to call shots.
the,
But I'm not sure that's me, but
that's our
I know
understanding as well. If you you helped broker this alliance. If you can secure for us what it will take for us to talk openly, we will be happy to provide, even if it means taking the governor to them.
Certainly. I'll discuss that with everyone and we'll see what happens.
Please let us know what you find out.
Of course. Oh,
Jimena knows the queen.
Yep.
True.
Yep.
When
Yep.
I talk about the attack on Inquisitor Aquila, I also mentioned that there was some instability that happened in the catacombs. Jenny probably fixed a lot of it, but still, it's probably something to note.
Yeah, that old church is a bit of a death trap. Unfortunately, outside of trying to move service to another church for the time being, we don't have the resources to prioritize work at this location yet.
I wasn't necessarily thinking we should work on it, just probably avoid it altogether.
Yes.
The building on the surface is all right. So services will continue there, I'm sure, but
We'll recommend it to the Inquisitor. He's the highest ranking member of the clergy in San Felipe right now. Although I have it on good authority that Cardinal Fatima might be making a trip to San Felipe shortly.
that doesn't surprise me. There was apparently an attack on her as well.
Yeah, an attack that was thwarted by an unknown source.
Unknown source.
I just kind of do a laugh, like a mysterious laugh. But
Thwarted by the man
feel like
who
it's
fucks the most.
one of those like fake witch moves that I've like mastered over a long time.
Well, I will not ask.
It is
But-
for the best.
We have it on good authority that the Cardinal wants to be here with the people of San Felipe when war comes to our shores. I believe she feels it is her duty to be present for the fledgling nation of Odiseo.
I'm sure that will make Musabi happy.
Beata's like, yeah, that way he won't have to be fully in charge anymore. That man's lazy.
That was not what I meant, but okay.
Oh, it's what I meant. 100%. Alonso looks a little, like, embarrassed. And she sort of looks at him. She's like, what? He avoids putting in the work if he can. I mean, I like wine just as much as anybody else. But, you know, if they're shoveling to do, they're shoveling to do.
The man makes an excellent point.
But yeah, you basically get included into the conversation as it
Okay.
continues, right? Like you get some of the lowdown, and most of the rest is just like sit rep, right? They don't ask you to leave. You can stay there as long as you want.
Oh no, that would make sense. I'm like, we're not in modern times where you can just copy things easily. Never mind. I was gonna be like, can I have a record of these transcripts?
Pull out your fucking phone and take
Yeah.
a picture of this
No.
map.
Doesn't work that way. Anyway, yes, I will. I guess I'll spend the rest of my day like that. And I'll note like when these meetings happen, so you know whether or not they we'll be included in them.
You're gonna go work on your circle that night.
Yeah.
So, yeah, if you want to make some resolve empathy rolls and send me the result
Okay.
on that, I'll let you know how that's working out.
Okay.
I will also say that at some point during the day you'll be able to connect with Jimena to pass word about the missing link with the Brotherhood of the Coast, since Jimena
Mm-hmm. I mean, I would
has
tell
connections.
everybody, but if I see him before I see everybody, I will do that. Yeah.
Yep. So Jimena, you'll be aware that This is something that the governor is looking for. They're like, find out what it will take for them to come to the table. Like, we don't want to boss them around. Like, we want to treat them as partners. We just need them to like meet with us and talk about what they're actually planning to do. Because basically they would love their help.
Yeah. And then I was gonna walk in and be like, "Hola." It's like, so you know how you want to get recognized as like a legitimate nation? Well, you've done that, and so like you should probably act like it. Because everyone is wondering what the fuck you're doing. And it's like when the Castilian army comes, we're gonna need to know what your plan is. Like,
You're
also, like, my queen, mi reina.
Yeah, you actually will be brought to meet with her directly, so you can tell her that when you show up, like at one of the taverns, there's like people that are just like creating interference. She's got a booth like in the corner, right? And people are like, nah, like the queen is not meeting anybody. And then a hand.
It's like, oh, she'll meet with me.
Yeah.
Lights.
I'm not anybody.
Not just everyone.
It's like, oh, honey.
Yep. You get a bit of quaking as you do that, and a figure steps close to you. Saying she's right. You will want to take her to our queen. Hello, Jimena. And here's Jorge.
Oh, Jorge.
Oops, I laid an egg.
Oh,
Fucking romance novel cover, Jorge.
Yep. Did he get taller? I'm not sure.
Every time she sees him, he's a little bit taller.
Yep.
Thicker.
Yep. He's definitely.
Did you hear his sternum had a sting? Like, how? Did you hear that? I heard that.
Yeah. He's definitely like chiseled.
It's the camera angle.
It's all that salty sea air.
Basically.
He's just desiccated.
Airbrushing.
Yep. They're brushing. Somebody airbrushed some pecs on
The makeup
Fabio.
designer is.
Yep. It's like those people that make like the bad Photoshops where they just like Photoshop fucking pecs on their clearly fucking pasty ass. It's like when you didn't even blend the color, bro. But yeah, or he's like, we can go. We can meet the queen inside. Come see me when you're done. We'll have a drink.
Him and just like,
Like, okay. What kind of drink?
Tall glass of water.
Oh shit, I forgot how to drink. I just poured it all on my chest.
It's how he drinks. He just absorbs it through the skin.
Actually, yeah, he'd probably be like,
Just hydrating.
I can't drink water or else these would just fade.
Right. It's just, oops. Oh, the ice too? Damn it.
I'm just thinking about quiet.
I once read a book where
Yeah.
creatures absorb things through their feet.
Like drink water through his skin.
Yeah, you just forgot.
Animorphs. That's how the animals.
Fucking Animorphs.
12
Again? We made it how many sessions
I got
without
12.
Animorph bullshit?
We've invoked
comes
fucking
back.
Animorphs.
I was trying to be vague,
We have to
but
reset the calendar again.
Zero Megan over there.
Zero, zero, six.
It's not my fault I'm a millennial who read fucking Animorphs.
So did I.
I think about those covers periodically, and they bring me joy.
Oh man, I don't remember if I
Just
shared with
sew
all
it
of
into
you
my
guys. I
eyes.
shared them with our group chat with like Steven and Daniel. But they're re-releasing all of Animorphs, but they're as graphic novels. And the transformation sequences are exactly as horrific and like Lovecraftian as you would like them to
Excellent.
I'm sure that you would like them to
Perfect.
be. I gotta.
I love
Continue,
those
I
fucking
will-
book covers. We probably keep Animorphs like SEO alive just by mentioning just like every 3 months there's like a fucking reference to Animorphs made at this table. These books have not been talked about that much since like 2005.
You know, for fun.
Oh, good times. But yeah, you get brought to the Queen's booth where you can make your argument
Thus
about
the queen.
their shitty presents. She's like lounging in one of the chairs, like just
Sitting up.
basically like
Just
amused at your pitch. And she's like, yeah, they sent a couple envoys. I never know what to expect with the nations. To be fair, the King of Castile did try to kill us quite a few times.
Yes, but the whole point is that we're trying to separate from the King of Castile, so like don't lump us in with them.
You make a point. I just, I see those titles and I tend to picture these folks as all the same. If you say this one is different, we'll make an effort.
That's all I need to hear from you. Like I said, you try real hard to get legitimized, but if you're not going to cooperate, then like what's the point?
Jimena would not necessarily like have the awareness for this because Jimena is a force of nature, but there's definitely like a lot of glances like around in the booth. Be like, who is?
You mean they're actually?
Who the fuck?
You mean they're
is-
actually pirates at that
Yeah.
level of leadership? Who
Yeah.
have some concept of
Yeah, they're like, who the fuck
of
is
rapport
this?
and
This lady we don't fucking know coming here like talking to
the queen.
the queen.
Oh
You have way
yeah!
too
Don't
much
show that
overhead
one to
in there.
Lisa.
There's a different one.
Okay, maybe pick a different one for Lisa.
Oh God, yeah, that's
Yikes.
that's. Mm.
That one's relatively better for Lisa.
It's the like turning into a dolphin.
God, why?
Because Animorphs, it's horrific.
Oh God.
It's a
Yeah, it is.
allegory for the fucking horrors of child soldiery.
Right.
That's not true.
Yeah, so I don't know that Jimena, I'll let you decide how much of that awareness Jimena has.
Jimena has absolutely no concept of anybody
There's
else
definitely
here.
like glances, like
She's just talking to her, like
Homie.
yeah,
yeah.
because she's in real tight with the pirate queen.
Yeah, basically.
Sup, slut? Boss bitch to boss bitch.
Yeah. They're basically like on a first name basis, and like there's some clear, like some of them are amused, like you can see some of the older folks are like, who the fuck is this one? Like where's she coming from?
What's all this, please?
You might hear like at some point like a, whose ship is this one on?
It's like, what day is it?
It's a special ship. It was christened.
Friendship.
It was christened. No. I believe it was christened. I believe it was christened.
Is that a
Your mom.
rainbow?
I've been on that ship all day.
It's like, which one you want? Rethel comes in with his like
With my
Right.
ship's list.
with
yeah.
his charter.
Yeah,
Because which ones has him in it? Because she obviously the Ballon Blanche is her original
Yep.
ship.
Which you're still kind of a part of,
Yeah.
because you've never been taken off the crew roster because
Yeah.
the captain refuses to.
But then she's been on
I think the Phoenix Call would
the
be
Phoenix Call.
the one you're like most in tune with because you and your cousin helped refit that one.
That's true.
But take your pick. I don't think you'd like the Swan. That's the newest one.
No, but she's been on
You've definitely been on the Blatant Gull because that was the first.
The Phoenix Call.
That was the refit. Was the Phoenix?
As long as it's
And
not the
then,
fucking heathen ship.
Yeah, no, yeah. And then this
It
was
probably will repel
Yeah.
this one's
Jimena.
the Vat. This is the no, sorry, the Vodace one we just took.
She's been on most of them at least briefly.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, no, you've been on
Yeah.
all of
You've
them at least
traveled on all
once.
of
That's
them.
what she's saying. Like, what day is it?
Yeah, but
Right.
What ship am I
the
from?
Phoenix feels
Yeah.
the most
Yeah.
relevant.
Yeah.
Jimena is like, you scrubs. You don't have just one.
Yeah, seriously. Get better.
Yeah. JC. But yeah, Brigitte is like, well, we'll arrange a meet. We'll see what they want. Generally speaking, if ships try to get into San Felipe, we will do our damnedest to stop them. But most of our people already have escaped a bundle of bad times in their home nations. We've had our fill of lost causes. If it seems like the battle becomes fully lost and San Felipe falls to the enemy, we are not going to stick around.
Jimena looks like offended.
Really? I would have been like, duh.
No, but I mean,
This is my surprise face.
She's not surprised that that's what her response is. She's offended at the suggestion that Odyssea would even fail.
Yeah.
Because she doesn't know about all the other people that we have showing up and all the other shit. I mean, the pirate queen.
Yeah. No.
And Jimena, at the very least, has the presence of mind not to just fucking blab that out in front of a bunch of randos.
Oh, you little
we are in a tavern at the docks.
Yeah.
But
Jimena's like, oh, don't worry, I don't think that's going to happen, but I also understand that is your prerogative, that's fine. Ooh, I used the word.
Your
slight pause to see if anyone giggles.
Yeah.
To make sure you used it correctly.
No. Joke's on you, nobody could tell any better. In this room. Mostly. We should probably. The rest of that crew, it's iffy. But yeah, she says, as long as that's understood, that's absolutely fine. We will meet with your governor. He's made good on his promise so far. Oh, where's that the Grande? I can't keep them straight down here.
So, the governor is Carlito, and then the Grande is name that Megan can't remember.
It's Usha.
Usha, that's right.
Well, you did get it right earlier, I think.
Yeah.
I haven't said it yet.
Well, you were like something earlier, the Grand Ducato. I was like, I think you got the name right.
Yeah, it's Grand Ducato. It's Grande, but it's Grand Ducato.
Grand avocado.
Grand avocado. Grande.
Which is why it's weird that Don Francisco calls himself Don Francisco, because there's no Dons. That's not a real thing. That's his version of the Duke. There's no title.
His name's actually Donald Francisco.
There's no such title. It's not a thing.
So wait, is he really just actually from Earth and he got transplanted into
He's a
guy. Yeah, he's totally the guy.
He's the guy.
It's fucking.
He ran into Cartoon.
Yeah, Cartoon. Yeah.
He's fucking uncle from another world.
I mean, that would kind of explain why he's so crazy.
I was gonna say, like, if I die, I might get sent back. It'd be cool.
Uncle does have that kind of energy. So. But yeah, she's like, yeah, because that's not how it usually goes, right? Like usually it's a grande.
See, but we have two because
why not?
Because the motherfuckers in the fucking capital were like, we can't trust them anymore. We're gonna send one of our guys, and then that's where the governor
in the cabinet.
the governor comes in.
And then we get.
But then, and he was like basically taking over for the Grande. But then we got him to like be friends with the Grande. So now they're both. But he's more of like
an administrative.
Yeah, administrative.
She looks at you like she pulls like a goblet as you're talking, and like she.
Like,
just like
it's complicated. But just know that they're both good now. Especially Carlito's boyfriend. You should talk to him. He's the brains of the operation, believe me.
He's like the prime minister, but
also butt sex.
But by regent, yeah. And Ushia's Ushia's like the monarch, but the people like her. It's weird how it actually works.
Well, it's a whole the initial state of this is that they were on the opposing side of the
Oh no,
conflict.
100%. Yeah. No, we get that part, but
And then-
trying to
then-
explain it. It's like,
You fuck that
Part of
dynamic.
why they get along now.
we
So
walked into his office with a ton of money, and we were like, "Look, motherfucker, take this money and grow some balls, or we murder you."
and then he did. Aw.
Yeah,
And he
he's
was
really,
like, "I miss my boyfriend." We were like, "Solved. We'll get your boyfriend. Let's go."
That's right.
Yep.
It turns out his boyfriend is a badass. We were like,
Yeah,
"We're
his
so
boyfriend-
glad."
and then
boyfriend
that's
is
how
the
we got
balls.
our island because we went to go save his boyfriend.
The newly christened Jose de San Jose, or Isla de San
He
Jose.
lived in San Jose.
Yeah.
They fixed the governor by recovering.
Half an island.
Yeah.
He's just dumbfounded by the
A
amount of
prison
wealth.
island, no less.
Yeah,
It came with a fortress.
yeah. Some
I
bad
haven't
juju
seen it
been
in a
happening
few
down
weeks.
there,
I'm
so.
sure it looks beautiful. It looked like shit when we got there, and then we made it worse because, well, prison. But it should be good now.
That's where we found my cousin also.
Yes.
He was in prison.
Yeah,
That's where I
Severe
went in and
PTSD.
killed a guy.
which is a theme. Severe PTSD
Yeah.
is a theme in this game.
But
for
we got
various
him off
reasons.
the sauce at least.
Yeah, because Jimena gave him the tough love, like, pull your shit together, man.
Get your shit
You're
together.
embarrassing me.
Like,
Put it in your
Oh, there's so
backpack.
many feels.
you
Take it to
fucking.
the shit museum.
I'm worried about you, cuz.
Look, cuz.
Yep.
You go back to jail. That's it. You get locked up again.
Yeah. Third strike, boy. If you're going back to jail, you're going back for a long time.
I can't keep bailing you out, bro.
Right.
I'm not gonna be there for you when you come out.
My English teacher told me to turn on my ass. I said I ain't no snitch.
Either way.
I'll watch it.
But yeah,
Yeah, I've got
we
my-
should try to keep it straight and straight.
Yeah,
All right,
right.
so the governor is the one we have to talk to. Good. I'll send somebody to meet
Mark's.
with the Grande as well, just in case.
That's a good plan.
Cover our
So
bases.
nothing's about. So
Since,
that's the problem.
you know,
Really good with this thing.
Don't want to make it seem like we're picking sides and making things worse. Gotta navigate this now. I guess that's what we wanted.
Sure is.
Same.
Yeah, no use
Can I
complaining
keep
about
that?
it.
And they're like, I guess.
She sort of talks herself like through it, almost as she's talking to you. She's like, "This is complicated and kind of bullshit. Also, that's kind of what we asked. So fuck us, I guess."
Yeah, bro.
You want to be a country? You want to do country shit, man.
Yeah, I know.
A few of the pirates who were sitting there side-eyeing him and are like, fuck.
Yep. You hear there's a man like there's just like sticks of thumb in his belt and he has an expression on his face like fuck she's right.
Ever since Deanna put that fucking
Thing on your screen.
screen cover, it's just like it doesn't recognize me. Like I'm doing this, nothing. Like it's very upsetting. I'm
So
sorry.
there was like a post you were adamantly disliking. Like the hard, if I hit the phone hard enough,
No,
it'll
privacy screen can't see her face.
Can't see my face. Can't
Oh.
feel my fingers. Like I
You're like
I just don't exist to this phone anymore with the
phone's a
privacy
gift.
screen.
you're like in a modern version of a fucking Franz Kafka novel. It will only get worse from here. Like people will stop fucking recognizing you in real life.
You're
and
gonna like
shit.
walk up to like the auto doors at the grocery store and they're not gonna open for you.
It's to me.
Oh,
Oh no. Or
I
like
don't
faucets
register
don't
on
turn
blood
on.
pressure machines.
Yeah, sometimes I'll just keep going over and over, and I'm like, no.
My blood pressure's too low. If it's like, especially if I have like a morning appointment, I have to make sure to drink like an entire bottle of water before I get there, or else it'll be like, and then it'll be like, yeah, no. I think the lowest I've seen it actually,
You're going to become me, Lisa.
Yeah.
where it's,
People will not talk to you when you're the one who paid them.
Well, that'll never happen.
I think it's
The drive-through
like
person will
84
forget you
or
just
something
ordered
before.
from them.
I'm
They'll
good.
leave you alone for
I
20 minutes.
Can't even fucking believe that shit. It still upsets me. It didn't even happen to me, and I'm so mad.
Aw.
Amanda drove up to a drive-thru, and they were like, 1 minute, and then 20 minutes later, hello?
Like, I ordered from them.
Yeah.
I was the only car there. I ordered from them. I pulled around. Nobody came. I was there for almost half an hour.
Ugh,
Oh, Jesus.
Jesus.
I was honking,
Oh wow.
waving at the window. I
Damn.
finally just called them. Like, I looked up their number and was like, "Hi, I'm outside your drive-thru window. I ordered from you. Please provide my food."
They just pick up and you're like, I exist.
You can't tell me otherwise.
Fuck you, I exist.
There are 4
Not
lights.
acting creepy.
Jesus, that's next level though.
Yeah.
Yep.
Having to call a fucking restaurant's like, hey, I'm in your drive-thru. I already ordered.
Like your RL Evine going on here.
I guess that makes sense, huh?
It's so upsetting.
You've been working on this for years at this point. It bleeds into your real life.
Yeah. Well, no, this is definitely... Like, no, like Amanda and I would go to the store, and then Amanda would talk to the person and be like, there's something wrong with my phone. And then the man would look at the phone and then look at me and tell me what was going on. And then I would look at Amanda, and Amanda's like, okay, let's do that. And then Amanda would hand the man her credit card. He'd swipe it and then hand it back to me.
Damn.
This is our life.
Multiple stores.
I'm sorry.
Now I just imagine, like, this happens and then there's a bad 80s effect of, like, Amanda fading out of reality.
She pixelate.
Pixelated, like, fade out.
She's only here because I believe in her.
Is it me? Am I still in there?
Why look like I know what a hot dog is? That's not a goddamn JPEG.
You did it back?
Yeah, I did backwards.
I was wondering where that was going.
It was so fucking
It's
funny.
like, how wouldn't he know what a hot dog is?
He sells propane and propane accessories.
Yeah, taste the meat, not the heat.
I like how Tony and I had two different vibes about
Yeah.
this. I was like, haha, it's still funny backwards. And Tony was
No, it
like,
wasn't.
how would he know what a hot dog is? You got fucking existential about it.
What if somebody wants their steak well done? We tell them politely and firmly to leave. This has been your King of the Hill minute.
That's what happens
I
if you
love
order
anime.
fucking steak and friends and order it well done.
The real
They ask you to leave,
Hill.
like, not the restaurant, the country.
Yeah.
Go fucking elsewhere.
Your visitor's visa is now invalid. Leave
Knowing the
now.
French, they're gonna be like, go back to the UK.
Oh. Anyway,
That's an old rivalry.
Youch. So yeah, you get actually invited to hang out
Oh.
if you'd like to have a drink with Bridget and her entourage.
Yeah, him and I will hang out. And make awkward eye contact with Jorge.
Yeah. Jorge actually rolls in at some point with a bottle of
He
rum.
keeps lifting chairs for no reason,
Yeah.
slowly,
It's like,
with great effort.
Just keeps finding reasons to like.
Yeah,
Yep.
to lean.
yep. It's like, wow, that butt is really molded in those pants.
Yeah.
He's got his leg propped up. It's like, was there a barrel there before? Now there is. Like, he's just...
Just Captain Morganing all over the
Yep.
place.
Every time you look at him, he's in a different pose. Like, you never actually see him move, but like,
You
every
blink
time
and
you
just-
like cast your eyes over there, like he's in a different like.
Why are you laying across the bar? Like, fucking really?
Don't you tell me how to live my life?
That's right.
At some point, she turns around. He's in like the George Costanza.
Looking like he's about to climb a set of curtains.
Yeah.
That pose is fucking amazing. Ugh. And then he's the Burt Reynolds.
Oh yeah.
Whoa.
You know the one.
Oh, I do.
I don't need to describe it.
Yeah, you don't know where the bear ends and he begins. A lot of fur.
Oh man.
It was a different time.
what is happening?
You don't want to know.
No,
No, you don't.
no, I don't.
If you know the picture, you know. If not,
I do know the picture. I
Yeah.
still
well, there you
don't-
go. Well, then you're following along. whether willingly or not. So yeah, you get to hang out with pirates for the better part of the afternoon.
Hooray.
Drinking some proper rum.
Like college all over.
She's
again.
gonna get drunk here and then stumble over to the restaurant.
Yeah. there we
Like drunk
go.
as fuck.
Be like, I've been flirting with somebody else for several hours and I've had several drinks, so come here.
Yep.
That's probably almost exactly how it happened. Like beat for beat.
Yep.
You get a look like when you come to the restaurant, like stumbling in because you take the back door, right? Like
Yeah.
don't get the fucking
One of the chefs just high fives you.
Yep. For no reason. Nothing happened
It's
yet.
like you want your
Follow
usual
through.
room.
Yeah, they're preemptively high fiving you.
Where's the dog today?
But
No dog this time.
the guy that's always in the back alley, like with his fucking hooch there.
Love that
is-
guy.
His hooch / biological weapon.
Yeah, he made he. I mean,
Slash
you get a
ordnance.
pretty good sense that he's actually like the sentry back there.
Oh yeah,
Like,
no,
just
he's a
looks like
fucking spy master.
But he sees you like fucking stumbling in, like, and he's got his bottle like at his hip, and he's like, oh boy, like, and he just like stands up and just like opens the door for you. Like normally that doesn't.
There's a
fucking
pretense.
happen. Yeah, he's like that doesn't fucking happen. He's like, yeah, please get in, and he's like, watch out, there's a gap. There's like a shitty little, you know.
Because
like a
technically
little-
speaking, Jimena doesn't normally get drunk, but she let herself this time.
yeah, there you go.
Do
So
you,
yeah.
do you literally burn it off really quickly?
Well, I have a
He's
thing.
got
I
cast
have
iron
a,
stomach.
I have
okay.
cast iron
the
stuff.
thing I think that would be
Able
we all
drinker
have.
and poison immunity, so
Oh,
basically
yeah.
like
most of us have specced into it just because we thought it made sense for our characters.
Yeah.
Basically,
but
like
she has all
Jimena-
three of the things that make it so that she can eat and drink anything with minimal, if any, effect. But
That's fair.
like,
Jimena has to sit here and like Zen meditate on letting herself drunk.
yeah.
She's like, stomach, let this through. Absorb it.
Oh no, fuck that. Yeah, I only have able drinker. So
I have cast iron and able.
yeah, no, I'm the delicate one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have all three.
But I also have, hard to kill and all that shit, so.
Because she needed poison immunity for testing all of her fucking concoctions.
No, I need to know when the meat has turned because that might be bad for the rest of the crew.
Well, I
That's
also have Purify as a sorcery, so.
Yeah, you get to cheat. Some of us don't use magic.
Yeah, well,
Well, sort of. Says the man with the ghost horn and
That's not magic.
you got magic items.
Nope, that's different.
That's nope.
Just a matter of course.
Yeah, nope.
Also, Jimena has not yet learned how to create her own fire. She's pyro currently.
Okay.
That's right.
She's investigating.
She's on her way.
She's on the path.
Trying to figure out how to make her acid reflux really.
Basically. Like that.
I am
With the
one
quantity
with the fire,
of wine.
The fire is me.
With the quantity of wine that Jimena, she's gonna weaponize that fucking heartburn.
She doesn't
I
quite.
mean, she has learned how to like fire breathe,
Yeah.
but she still needs an outside.
Yeah.
She's still trying to figure out the lightning thing.
Yeah.
You're doing it more impressively and more sustained, but it's still like a busker trick, right?
Yeah.
Like
The problem
the,
is you gotta think like a waterbender.
yeah, there it is.
That's why I said the acid reflux is just, it's gross, but it's incredible.
It's like I drink a lot of wine. No, give me wine. Yeah, you get basically welcomed in. You get taken to the alcove. After a little while, like Sebastian comes and joins you,
Yeah.
and he has like a fucking bottle of alcohol already. Is like, I heard. And then, like, it's like 2 cups, and he puts the cups on the table. You probably get the. Do we drink before or after? I don't know. I'll leave.
She like downs one cup and is like, come here.
Nice.
It's like, no matter what you hear, do not open this curtain.
They know
They know.
at this point. The fucking old guy.
Although I would love for Jimena to be like, hey, the thing you already know, I'm going to tell it to you again.
the old guy that works the bar in the alcove like sees you come in and his eyebrow like sort of arches and he sees Sebastian coming with alcohol and he just leaves.
He's like, not today.
You know,
I'm not gonna do
He's like, well, I'm gonna go on break for however how long. I will go on break until I can walk by this curtain and not hear anything anymore.
You're nothing.
He basically probably goes back into the alleyway and just like smokes with the fucking hobo in the alley.
He like opens the door for a second, like, nope, time for another one.
Yep. Not yet.
And then it's King of the Hill out in the alleyway. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yep.
There's like a barrel between them. One is sitting on the ground. Just like, yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. C. Okay. Now it's appropriate. Here's your daily dose of racism.
The barrel is Bill Dotree.
All right. So while this action is happening, Rethold is taking Marcus on the mystery tour of the ships, the docks.
Once I regain control of my massive hard-on.
Rethold thinks about the fleet for a moment and just has to stop, like both hands on his thighs, like he's just like leaning forward.
I find something to lean against. Yeah,
like your uncle that's this close to having a heart attack on an uphill hike.
Yeah. Marcus is like, are you all right? Do you need assistance?
I could die happy right now.
It's like you don't want to come too close.
I look up and I'm like, did you know I have an island?
How do people have so much money?
I think it's more. Wait, hold on. What did they say? More money than God. Yes, that was the phrase.
He just starts going off in freaking ice and just like thinking about the dirt farm that they have back at home.
Also, we didn't buy the island. We took the island.
Yep.
I bought a quarter of
And I bought a mansion.
Yeah.
They bought it by saving money, by forcibly taking most of the things they own. Most of these ships.
Saving other people's money.
What's
from
the word
themselves.
for father's sister? Right? The aunt.
Yes.
The one who's here in this town with the guild. Who's known as the red wolf of the sea or whatever the shit.
Oh, right? So we drunk with the other night. Yeah, she was great.
Yeah. When I was boy, she told me, you can steal, or you can do business with them and also make money. The best path is to do both. And now here we are.
And now I own an island.
And that's why
I have 4 ships and I paid for one of them.
And that's why I couldn't walk for a second. So let me show you a world of pure imagination.
Oh my.
Oh no.
Let
What
me
have I
show
got?
you why I just got a capitalist boner right now.
Here, eat this weird chocolate first. You're gonna trip.
I put my two-handed axe into the fucking pavement and do a front roll. Yeah.
He's even got the top hat.
Where did that come from?
Why does it sound like the Swedish Chef doing a cover of this? Oh, that's so good. Yeah, monetize that.
Monetize this, baby.
Right.
We'll get fucking copyright claim because it was too perfect.
But yeah, I tell you about all the things I just told you about. I'm like, so that ship's mine, that ship's mine. That ship that's coming in is mine, and the one that's leaving is mine.
That ship used to be actually a different ship, and then we burned it until it was the ship we wanted.
Yeah, that's right.
And then there's another one that's
burned off. It has like a weird profile.
Yeah, there's another one that stays out there because you need to have one at dock all the time. And then there's also the Sable Wren, which was a slave ship that we liberated. They're not technically mine, but they're mine.
They kind of work
On their own.
They was fealty, sort of.
Yeah, the ownership thing gets really weird when it was a slave ship, so we are associated. And then I'm like, yeah, and so I get like the latest report from Isla de San Jose, as that ship comes in.
Yep.
And I'm just winking the whole time. I'm like, it's really great. Yeah, that's great. And then I even check in with the guild, and I'm
He
like,
winks so much his eye pops out. Oh, sorry.
and
I know the
laugh,
eye rolls
and I
by.
laugh.
Like, oh,
That's what Jen,
Yeah,
good.
you step on something hard.
You will never have an infestation of mice or ants or anything, but that
Here's the
eyeball.
worst piece in your house, in your new house, as you're meeting family. You step on something hard and round,
Yeah.
and
There's
you
a-
hesitate to look.
There's a specific knot in some of the woodwork in one of the beams that you're always like, no, it's still just a knot. It's smooth. It's fine.
Gosh, I swear that
But
that
every
wall
so
is
often,
looking at me.
you swear it just rotates
Yep.
just a little.
When I was a kid, my parents
Fucking
had
tiki
like
room.
wood paneling in like one part of like their bedroom the way it was, and there was one spot that straight up looked like a face.
Yep.
Yeah.
And because of the way their
Is there a
bathroom
wall
was
in there?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, because of the way their
Shut up.
bathroom was set up at the time, there were two closets and both of them had mirrors, and then there was a sink and a vanity, and both of those there was mirrors everywhere
Oh, God.
in that room. The way it was
Like
set
a
up when we
fucking
first moved
mirror-
into that house.
mirror
So like no
maze.
matter where you looked, that
see the
face fucking looked at you. And I mean, like I always got bad vibes out of my parents' room, like bedroom, like even after they remodeled it, I was like, I don't like being in here, and it has nothing to do with like
Yeah.
Right.
like
This doesn't
parents
feel
doing
On top of
things.
being your parents, it
On
was
top of being my parents' name, it just I always had to make sure that door was closed. But specifically when I was a kid and they had that face in the, I was like, nope, not. This is not happening.
And then we even talk about the raider boats that we have sequestered at various points along the shoreline to the thing where ships prevent
Blockade.
to blockade break. Thank you. Where it blocks your aid. So yeah.
Blocks your aid.
Yeah, full blown blocking of aid. And yeah,
I was
I'm
able
like,
to do this.
this
because
is the
I
kind of
is.
incredible resources that Mendez can bring to bear for you and your family. Part of the
you
north.
and yours.
And then I joke, I'm like, that's okay. We'll make money somewhere. We'll make money on it somehow, even if you don't pay for it directly. It's don't worry about it.
That's a good thing because we don't have money.
And you know the type of
That'll change.
the type of monetary injection our company can bring to your third world country will help develop it and then generate that value.
Well, you're going to have to figure out a way to get all the blood out of the ground first.
We have very innovative Jose's.
There's some very large pumps.
There's nothing our Jose's can't do.
Let our Jose's work for you.
It's pretty much. Yeah.
Oh,
It's like college hunks calling junk.
Yeah.
Calling the Jose's.
Sounds about right.
Terrible.
Yeah. No. And yeah, a lot of people say hello to me, and I say hello, Jose, back to them. And it's kind of weird how they're all named Jose for some reason.
Is it?
Well,
Yeah.
It's part
It's-
of the.
it is weird. We know why, but it is weird.
It's just part of the right.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's how we know they're cool. It's because we've broken them down and built them up again.
They have given up their former lives and
Yeah.
become Jose.
Cool.
oh.
Oh no.
What did you do?
Oh, dude, I think I heard that.
I did too.
Did you? What did you do? Did you?
She was eating a cookie. So something just crunched down. Oh.
I was chewing and I started laughing, so I bit the inside of my mouth.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
I think it was at the same time Leo crunched down on something.
Oh,
So I
okay.
heard that right as she flinched. And I was like, what the fuck was that crunched in her mouth?
Cauliflower.
No, that cauliflower's kind
Tender.
of slappy. It's delicious, but it's slappy. Yeah, kind of.
Slap happy.
Yeah,
It's not crisp.
yeah. No.
I've never, like I said, I've never made that before. So
Yeah, no.
first time's a charm.
No, it was great. I hit it twice, but yeah. It does not have the same crunkle.
So many interesting words that you're.
Cronkle,
it's-
the crunch.
Slappy, it's Cronkle. Tony, are you having a stroke?
Oh no.
Like,
You know, we're having fun. It's fine.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I was telling JC a second ago. My sister called me this morning because she's in Hawaii right now for work and also seeing her friend who lives there. And last night, she called to let us know she landed safely. And this same friend finds me delightful because I teach her new words.
oh yes, okay.
Yeah. And so she was like, oh, does Tony have a word for me? And it was like, here's my brother here. And she's like, hi. And I'm like, hello, my little lexicon believer. And I was like, let me give you this new word. I think it was the one that you sent me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the lethargical or something
Yeah.
like that. It's the word for when you forget what a word is, like just happened to me. And she was like, yeah, got it. And then this morning, Rose goes, bro, stop teaching my friend big words. She keeps using them on me and I don't know what they mean.
Listen in.
And I was like, well, kiddo, I think the phrase that you use nowadays is, that sounds like a skill issue. Get gooder. And Rosemary was like, Jesus Christ, my brother just skill issued me. What the hell?
Next time she asks for a new word, Sonder.
Sonder, yes.
That's my favorite one.
That's good.
I like mellifluous.
It's smooth.
I
Like
that
what?
one too.
Mellifluous.
Mellifluous. I do really enjoy when someone. I do really enjoy the whole skill issue thing. It's like,
Oh, yeah.
it's always so fun.
Oh,
Guys, lost skill issue.
yeah.
I am unfamiliar with skill issue.
Oh, it's just like that.
Kid talk.
Well, that's what the second part of Get Gooder was supposed to add context to be like, oh, it sounds like you're just not good at this thing. You should work on that.
It's usually only funny when it's like somebody's complaining about something that's clearly outside of their own control. So then you just call it a skill issue, and then it's funny.
Get good.
Like, oh, hey, look, I rolled all these nat ones. It's like skill issue.
Clearly, it's your fault that you're rolling that one.
Doing the wrist thing correctly or whatever. I don't know.
You said something earlier that was like, obviously they should just all be rich or something. I forget what it was.
Yeah,
but-
fucking skill issue.
Yeah.
Get Good is the Dark Souls version.
Yeah.
That's the one you're mentioning. It's basically like the response, and it's Git, G-I-T,
Yeah.
G-U-D.
Yeah.
Get good.
and it's basically every time it's like, I can't get past this, like this boss like fucks me, like what am I doing wrong? And that's always the response. It's Get Good.
Get good.
Yeah. So I also show him the fast ships
Oh yeah.
for blockade breaking.
You show your fucking crazy front contraptions.
Oh no, that's on the one ship I paid for.
Right.
And actually, I think we commissioned a few more, I think, but I was planning on selling those too. I was planning to sell those to Odiseo and make money off the ships I'm probably going to use for the country I'm helping create.
Just like selling a patent.
Which is why I'm my aunt's favorite nephew.
Marcus is mostly just sitting here like, fucking, I came to ask for help from these people, and I clearly am getting more than I'm paying for, so that's good. But
Yeah.
Yeah, so those ships are good, and they've got crews ready, and they're tight. And then update from San Jose Island.
Everything working as intended.
Beautiful.
You actually hear that like some of the Brotherhood of the Coast ships have been patrolling, like not too close, just skirting around the area, sort of patrolling the space. So if there's any sort of like ships approaching, right, because they're further out, there'll be there's like patrols sort of checking in to make sure the island doesn't get overrun, because your banner is at the top now.
It's equal posting of the the Grand Ducado of Odiseo, as well as Mendez y Mendez.
Yep.
But and so the Brotherhood are part of the patrols.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool. Yeah.
Because when you secure the original alliance, you're like, hey, people might come to us at sea, right? Like if you want to help, patrolling our waters might be a good way to do it.
And we have an
So-
open berth there.
Yeah.
For anyone who wants to.
There's
who needs to
legitimate. They haven't
resupply.
approached the island. Like they haven't gotten permission specifically for the island. At least not explicitly.
Okay.
So they keep kind of a safe distance. So there's not like we're not hostile. Like we're
Okay.
we're around. We're patrolling your waters, just making sure nobody is here that is not supposed to be here.
Because I do also still have the rotating 3 ships.
Yep.
Yep. Which actually, as soon as I hear this, I do the thing again where I go, Jose Correo,
Yeah.
and then I just sort of hold my hand out, and then I go 1, 2.
Takes a little bit. A pile of bones, sweat, and dirt appears
Just feet still going.
in the shape of a small child.
And I hold my hand against his ear as if that will earmuff both of his ears.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is my favorite Jose.
Yeah.
You see his face like light
That's-
up.
He's gonna live forever.
That's delightful.
He's never going to die.
He doesn't have any front teeth.
He's gonna
Yeah.
take over the whole thing one day. Don't tell him.
Yeah.
You should, if that's the case, you should probably feed him better. He looks like he's not eating much.
He eats so much. I take the hand out, I pull out an apple,
That's
and I just
true.
sort of shove it into that. like a fucking wood chipper.
Like a wood chipper.
Yeah.
I'm like,
It makes it sound like
whole board. Full size pigs. Just, and look, where does it go?
it's the runs. It's the running.
Just the incredible metabolism.
Mark is just sitting here like, I don't understand anything that happens in this place.
He's
This
like,
is a really
I'm
weird,
overworked.
silly country.
Yeah.
Very silly folk.
And I go, go find Jimena.
Okay?
Ask and let her know, to let the Brotherhood know, they can dock 1 ship at a time
Tread carefully, young man.
at Isla de San Jose for supplies. No more than a week
Alright.
at a time.
One at a time. No more than a week.
Aye.
You got it.
As a, all right. We can work out the finer details if they want to.
Yep. You're holding him by the shirt, so he's kind of like
Yeah.
so that gangly arm.
Yeah, it's like scruffing. Yeah. And I'm like, if they want finer details, we can work that out, and they can send someone who knows how to have that conversation.
All right, boss.
All right, and then I shove a biscuit into his face hole, and I shove some coins into his pouch, and I'm
He
like,
helps with his hand, not to prevent crumbs, just to make it go faster.
it's like a food processor. You gotta
Yeah.
jam it down a little bit.
Basically.
you got the stick thing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I already adopted a son, but I wouldn't do that to you. I respect you too much.
I get it.
And then
I
I'm
know I'm
like,
your favorite.
and then I go,
tell.
who told you?
Nobody. I'm smart.
That's why.
And then ceremoniously I let go. And I'm like, there he goes.
And
And he hasn't quite picked up traction
Yeah.
yet. I'm like, there you go. There you go. Cool.
Yeah,
there
there's
he
a friction
goes.
issue, and then
Go on,
eventually
kid.
Go on, get.
it's like taking a bad start at Mario Kart. Like he sort of skids a bit, and then just eventually grips and gets on his way.
The weird cartoon characters that live in this place.
Well, the
Wait till you
weird
meet my
cartoon
cousin.
characters that live at this table.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah. Says the giant side of beef.
You're not wrong. A very different kind of cartoon.
Yeah, no, it's definitely not the same animation, but
Yeah,
all
yeah.
cartoons.
He's like a fucking Looney Tunes
No,
character.
100%.
You're like straight out of like Berserk.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like it's just you look at Marcus, and all of his shading is done in like really harsh lines.
Yeah, it's black and white all the time around Marcus.
Jimena essentially looks like a Pixar mom.
Yeah. Yeah, she does. Dumps like a truck.
Yep. That's right.
Rabbit sent me this fantastic Andy Newman cover ridiculousness of "She got a dump truck."
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard that.
The line, "You can dry your eyes under these thunder thighs." It haunts me to this day.
Oh. Wow.
It's fantastic.
Reality.
My high school English teacher, one of them, went on
I
like
love that
a
segue, by the way.
20-minute rant about how he didn't understand why Thong Song was written in a minor key, because you would think that you'd be happy about girls with nice butts.
Because minor key is the superior key, my friend. But then I'm a metal guy, so the minor key is where I live.
I live here now.
But yeah,
I'm there
basically.
with you.
When I
So-
was like about 12 years old, Lisa, that's what happened to me. It was like, I live here now.
This is life.
It's like, this fucking melancholy speaks to my heart. I'm
Yep.
gonna live here and be sad.
It's beautiful.
So as far as everything's ticking along.
Everything's ticking along. Preparations are happening. They've been getting supplies from the mainland. They had asked that at Salvadora. There's weaponry on the island.
So after I send off Correo and we walk a little farther, and I'm like, I guess I'll check on the main office again. But I don't like it. It's unnerving.
No, sir, I don't like it.
You know, it's one of those things where something always needs to be going wrong for things to be okay. And I know we just murdered a bunch of, assassins from within the organization of itself for the thing last night, but usually there's something else by now. I don't like it.
Bad things usually do come in.
Yeah, no.
Well, I was going to say bad things usually come in threes, but for me, it's usually bad things are just always happening. So
Yeah, so that's
a
fine.
fucking skeleton
They just
falls
come,
out of the bushes with the
Yeah.
sword.
yeah,
And then, they're supposed to be the wedding, and I'm like, oh, shit. I should get them something for the wedding.
You have.
Nope, that was engagement shit.
Oh, God.
You're getting a full calf skeleton painted with the blood of its mother.
I mean,
We must do something very dangerous.
You're gonna roll into your house and there's a full moon
What you suggest?
skeleton.
Talking to her family.
oh,
no, but I
no.
love those people. I love them. They're so nice. I was talking with some out on the porches earlier today or yesterday. We had a great time.
Yeah. Very dangerous.
No. We can go. We can go chat.
Don't say that in front of them.
Don't let them know you actually like them.
No, don't say they're not dangerous. That's a...
Oh. Okay. I see
Okay,
what
yeah.
you're trying to say. No.
Do you though? Do you though?
The most dangerous one is the oldest one.
Yeah, no, that one scares me. Only by the strength of the All-Father can I resist.
Yeah.
And even then, there's a point where you're like, you shouldn't. You know that it is better to go through and come out the other side than to try. Anyway,
She actually had a heart attack and died 15 years ago. Yet she's still here.
She showed up at the gates and they said, "No, go back."
I mean, Nikki
She's like,
Six was dead for 7 minutes.
Basically.
And then he got resuscitated and went and got drunk.
Yeah, he's like, fuck, I'm gonna go do more heroin. Let's celebrate my new lease on life.
It's more like she died and my mother was like, I don't want to look at you. Go away. So she came back to the living.
Yeah, she was like,
I'm not ready for you. Ugh. Ugh.
no, better. I go back to the headquarters.
Yep.
Of Mendez y Mendez. I check in with
Palabra. Palabra's there, hard at work.
I'm like, have you found a Palabra dose yet?
I have a couple offers
Palabra
out.
and a half?
It's only been a day.
Has it only been a day?
Yes.
I've killed so many people.
"It's only been a day. I
And then
murdered everybody."
without without the slightest hint of a change in expression, he says, "I know," and then he slides like a tally.
Oh no!
That is if I wasn't the one who named you, that would make me very uncomfortable. But I actually fucking love it. So okay.
Speaking of which, there's a figure that is not on this tally.
Oh yeah. The one in the basement?
We still have a man in the warehouse tied to a chair.
Well, you know.
Oh yeah, that guy. I remember him too.
You know, thimble of water, crust of bread, and we'll get to him.
Yeah, that's.
I hear
that's
that the
regime.
two-legged stool works really well for these
Oh gosh.
situations.
Hole in the bottom of the stool. We don't want that piling up.
Marcus is like earmuffs.
Well,
Now you gotta
helped us
do
get
it
him.
fucking
Wait, which guy?
The one
You were
in the
there
basement.
for that.
Is it Casino Royale where they have him in like
When we
the
went
chair with
under
the
and there
hole
was,
in
like,
the
the
giant
Oh yeah, with the giant
yeah.
fucking
rope with the
rope.
knot on it?
Oh, that guy. Yeah, no, never mind.
Yeah.
Never mind. Disregard.
Ball
Okay.
torture
Yeah.
going on
We're
there.
bad people.
Okay, yeah.
We're bad people.
Never mind. Disregard. I remember now.
Okay, well, I'll
We
remind
only
you.
tie up bad people to leave them in the basement.
Yep.
It's like, okay, yeah.
There's water here.
I'll remind you.
glass.
Yeah, we'll keep.
I'll remind the team about that one. Yeah, no, thank you.
It's not a.
This is why I check in.
Nope.
This is why I check in. That's great. Okay. Love it. Top down. The process works. Okay.
Yeah. Everything.
Great.
Everything looking okay. It looks like your acquisition paperwork went through with a special push from Governor Perez.
It's almost too easy.
Yeah. Well,
it's great.
I think you've put a lot of the work up front.
Well, you know, it helps. It shows that you're willing to meet them halfway or 3/4 or whatever, 99, and then be like, look, just sign the paperwork and it's going to be great. Yeah. Okay. Okay, great. You're doing great. Can't wait for your vacation.
Ha!
Well, that's why we're on this, even if it's only been a day.
I know.
Okay.
I know.
All right.
I know.
Got to be ready for Correo.
I know. There's been like 4 different I knows with different intonations.
I know.
It's like, all right. I'll stop interrupting you. I'll bye.
No, absolutely fine.
Well, yeah, because I pay you. But,
Yes.
but like, I don't want you to slow down. All right, bye.
Also, this is good work. Good day to you as well, Marcus.
I don't think I ever told him.
I don't think you've ever met this guy.
Yeah.
Marcus just accepts it at this point. He's like, of course this guy knows my name. He sees he sees the markings on the paper. It's like Marcus murdered these dudes.
Yep.
I don't remember the names of the dudes that I murdered, but somehow he's got them.
Yeah.
Even when it's even when it's 102 in this town, and the humidity is 90%, they keep that fire going in case these papers need to go in there.
Yeah. There's
You have very dedicated staff.
like a furnace going on at all times, just in case. Just in case paperwork needs to get lost in transit.
As I say, I understand the dedication.
They're based, you know, they're my crew, and it helps when you get to mold the crew yourself. All right, cool. I roll into our safe house with Xavier and Augustina.
Yep.
And Veronica.
Oh, Veronica.
And I go,
The boys are there too.
and I'm like, okay. And I'm like, where's the girl? The young one.
Which young one? Veronica?
The one you're dating.
She's at the table with them.
Oh, I see. I'm like, hey, kid,
Yeah.
I need to talk to you outside.
You do realize, like, Jenny hasn't seen Veronica, like, alive in, like, 12 years.
Yeah.
Has no idea. Anyway, continue.
Is this your sister?
Yes.
Yeah, this is literally the one who's outside of fate.
Oh, okay.
The one that we've known to be unconscious for the better part of a year.
Yeah. She was basically like, well, they recovered her body at some point, which was a milestone, but then she was
Comatose.
Yeah.
comatose for
quite some time.
This is actually why they went to Ison.
Yeah.
She was a chick in a box.
It got
Kind
It
of.
was a chicken.
She was actually a weird puppet because
Actually, Marlena was the chick in the box.
Okay, yeah. I was in
Yeah.
one at one point.
Yeah.
Veronica was sort of a my buddy doll
Yeah.
to some nobles that.
Jenya would put her arms and legs in her in her shirt,
sort of,
arms and pants, and like make her walk around.
So she didn't atrophy.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I'm like,
Some of these things happened.
But
Not all.
we had to take her to Eisen to basically like, you got a ghost in your blood. You
So
can't
Kasha
cook
rode.
about it.
So I turned into a horse, and Kasha rode on my back, and he held Vereka while we went to Eisen, so we could visit a man who was half me, half you, and he could go into her head with me, and we could pull her back out.
Yeah, there was a Hexenvorker that basically pulled her out.
Yeah, but he's half Usur and half Eisen.
Yeah.
I paid
So-
him in seal's blood.
That story ticks so many different boxes. Like
Sitting there listening, thinking about like,
Marcus's head, there's like a pros and cons, and like as the story goes, like both columns line up.
and now he's sitting here thinking about like you handing him a sack of seal's blood and him like taking it out and like testing
No,
it like
it's
it's a
in
coin.
jars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, but
but still, like sort of
Like a jam.
wrap it up.
Yeah. He
Oh, that's
uncapped
good
it.
seal blood.
He uncapped it and just like downed it with the shooter.
With a
Straight
pinky
up.
just... Okay.
Yep. Yep.
yeah,
Jenya's not here, by the way.
No.
that's why I know it's safe.
That's the anime version. Like the anime chibi
Yeah.
Jenya came in to explain
Is there a reason?
what
Okay.
happened in the previous
But
episodes.
there's no words on the board because she doesn't run. She can't read or write.
can't read.
So it's just random.
It's
really
fucking like
It's like
hieroglyphs.
Charlie and Always Sunny. It's just pictures.
really bad random glyphs.
There's things that approximate letters. Like somebody who doesn't know how to write, like is like that's what writing is like, right?
It's like Cyrillic.
It's like when you look at an AI.
Arabic.
It's like when you see writing in an AI photo where
Yeah.
it's like, yeah.
Yeah, and then there's like a triangle in the middle of it.
And at the end of the episode, there's going to be that same art style, but it's just going to be Evine and a ghost horse.
A ghost man telling a bad story.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Not finishing it.
Never
ever.
finishing those stories.
Outside of character, is there a reason why we are not telling her that her sister is like awake?
No, we know that.
She knows.
No, that's what we.
Oh, okay.
She's been
We
awake
went
for
to
a while.
Ison and woke her up, and now
Yeah.
she's awake now.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
She's been awake for a while. She's like engaged to one of the
Which is
Eisen
why
people.
I almost
Yeah.
had to be engaged
It
to her for a
took
minute.
12
and then-
years for Veronica to be found.
Yeah.
So we found her and woke her up. Now she's awake.
Oh, I see. Okay.
She's been a
And-
functioning human for a minute.
But
Oh,
like
okay.
Rethel would always like be whispering at her and like, here, let me teach you things. And Jenny was watching this and be like, no, if you keep fucking doing this shit, you're gonna marry her.
Yeah.
Like,
She
stop.
lost,
I see. Okay.
Yeah.
And then
She
thankfully,
was basically like
a nice Ison boy came along and was like, I like the pretty girl.
yeah.
And it was like, oh, good. Yeah, not
She's
me.
like fucking like an 8-10 years old and vanished and went into a coma, and now
Yeah.
she's awake and she's an adult, but
Yeah.
Technically.
She's
technically,
learning.
Yeah.
she lost like 10 years of her life. So like
Yeah.
Jenya's always like leaning like, what are you
What you doing there? What you doing there, bud?
Teaching her how to kill.
This is my little girl.
Yep.
I told my mother I would watch her so she could die in peace.
Emil raises an eyebrow.
I'm like, there's no dog. Don't worry.
The dog has been walked.
Yeah.
Don't
Oscar
worry.
is like, no, the dog is with me.
I'm like, yeah, you
Oh, Oscar.
do your walks if you need. This is family business. And I step outside.
Yeah, there's a bit of a. It's like, all right.
I do the surreptitious look. I'm like, I don't know why I'm looking. She can hear through the fucking trees.
You just like step through the door and you're like,
Yeah. I'm like, look, kid, I don't know what to get. I don't know what to get your sister or my business partner. Actually, I think I know what to get my business partner, but I don't know what to get your sister. What do you think? What's something traditional as hell?
that's a good question.
I don't like that answer, but okay.
Well, I know what I would have gotten her a while ago.
What? I feel like this is a setup for a punchline. I'm like, fine, make me the dumbass. What do we got?
It's more of a, well, I've missed time with her for a long time, so I don't know my sister as well as I used to.
Oh, like, I don't need it to be, like, meaningful to her. I just need something...
More physical matter.
Damn! He's like, oh,
I need it to be traditional as hell. To be like,
this is a culture question.
This is this is cultural. This is
right. Oh, okay.
Okay.
I got worried there for a second. Yeah, I got you.
You
covered.
saw the knives, right?
Yes.
Those were personal. That was from the.
I got you covered. No, I got worried there for a second.
Yeah, no, I appreciate. No, I understand that part. I got her something to help her kill men more efficiently. I feel that was.
Admittedly, she likes that.
Yeah, so like that part's covered, but I'm like, I need it to be like, oh well, Ethel came through on the wedding day. Yeah,
no worries.
Okay.
The family
Jimena is getting her something by getting something for Ricardo.
Oh.
Mysterious.
Nice.
Not filling Lisa with confidence.
Yeah.
I mean, you're an alchemist, so you're just getting a whole. You hand him a sack full of.
They're literally women's shoes.
Oh no!
Just hand him a sack. No. Eat one of these. Trust me, it'll be fine. They're small and blue.
It's a full clove of garlic. Yeah.
It's kind of
Hey,
dusty.
Ricardo.
Don't worry about it.
Wear these pants. I dare you. They seem child-sized. No. They fit.
Yeah. They stretch to accentuate.
Marcus has a thought. Do you possibly have a line on
It's supposed to breathe.
small plank of ebony?
Oh yeah. Like money is no object. Yeah, go ahead and head over there to Palabra.
Yeah.
Go ahead over there to Palabra real quick, and be like, look, Juan said, and they'll know.
We'll get you a big piece of
Yeah. You tell him the dimensions, weight, quality, whatever you need.
Yeah.
And
Raider and entrepreneur at the same time.
Yeah.
You know Rethold writes everything as a fucking business expense.
I'm going to tell you something. As someone who works in industry and like deals with like spares departments and things like that, the fact that you probably have a very well run spares department makes me more upset. Like, you guys can do this shit in game, but no, of course you can't do this.
This is why it's a fantasy.
Yeah.
And you also work at like kind of a bullshit company that doesn't know how to actually run itself.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
We're not naming names
know
here.
who's on top.
Please do not name names. He probably listens to this podcast.
Very likely.
No, he has an algorithm that listens to this podcast.
Just out of
He
spite.
has like 5 people that listen to all podcasts waiting
Fill in the fucking blanks.
Yeah.
So
Internet. And also
yeah.
for you, Guy, if you're listening to this.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah. And if they don't get it to you by the end of day tomorrow, I will be disappointed, but not surprised.
Yeah.
They will likely have it to you by the end of today because they love me and I love them.
Father's disappointment is a powerful
It
weapon.
is.
Marcus is requisitioning a decent sized piece of ebony so that he can go do some carving.
The theme.
There's a fucking standoff happening.
Because you
over here.
made a point about wedding gifts, so he's like, oh right, of course.
Yeah, no,
so,
my parents were burnt.
All right.
It's
So-
sad.
Damn.
Marcus doesn't do purchasing things, so he's going to go ahead and snag that piece of wood and head back to. Which house are we living in now?
We live in
Whichever one you
our
want, baby.
original house,
Okay,
technically,
yeah.
but we have several.
Well,
You can pick.
Jimena has a manor.
Yeah, each of us has a room at the estate.
Yeah.
Except the room that no one else is allowed in, except Enrique.
Well, no, there's several rooms that we don't go in, but we do have our own rooms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
actually, where would Klaus and Heinrich be staying? Heinrich would be staying close to
the main,
the main house.
Okay,
Yeah.
the safe house.
Somehow, somehow
Okay,
just
well then-
keep growing a room. every
Genya
time
has
we
No,
grow
everyone's on the
houses,
floor.
but has not officially moved into the house yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your nephew is being absolutely doted on. Currently, he's out in the yard fencing with the mansion's butler. And he seems to be coaching him
oh wait, at the mansion?
at the safe house.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Okay, yeah. Oh no. Right. Oh no, this is my dead son. Oh,
Yeah.
that's Fucking sad again. Okay.
Get wrecked, Tony.
Love it. Great.
Yep. There's periodically Augustina watches them through the window.
Yeah.
And
she breathes in deeply.
She's like, she has like a kitchen towel, and she's just like wiping her hands, and she goes. She's just watching them. Like she's like loses.
You can hear
time.
the machine guns in the Creedence Clearwater.
Yep.
Oh man.
Swapped out the one that kept falling out.
But yeah,
That kid is getting
just
fed
finished
like
the shot.
nobody's business. As much as he
It
wants
was
to
a
eat.
little star one. Oh,
He's going to get used to this. This is a
that's what I
problem.
was talking about. That was the one.
So I just look over at Klaus and I'm just like, you know the boy's going to get soft.
Klaus literally has a turkey leg. Like,
To add an extra layer of sad, like Klaus like just like shakes his head and it's like, boy lost his mother and he's gonna go back to the hellhole we're from. Just let him have this.
No, you're right. You're right.
If just for a moment, if anything, it'll bring him comfort in the cool nights to come.
You see, Zephyr one has some strange eyes for him. I'm not really sure what that's about actually, but
Strange eyes, you say?
I mean, she looks at him in a very interesting ways. Maybe not. It's certainly not. Doesn't seem romantic, but it's
purely
very
aspirational.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's predatory, really.
It is not. It is wholesome. She raises them up to where they need to be.
Yeah.
It's not gonna end poorly. It's just, anyway.
It just
How
makes
is it-
other people uncomfortable.
how is
100%.
Her intentions are pure with this
Right.
one.
Her intentions
anyway.
are pure. It just looks creepy.
he's watching Heinrich and who is it? He's fencing.
Xavier.
Xavier, yeah. And he's looking at them. He's like, what style of fencing is he doing? Because
Actually, it's down and dirty because Xavier like uses a sword for a bit of it and then pulls out knives.
oh
Roll me warfare.
yeah, okay.
You might have encountered this before.
He's a creepy
warfare,
Frenchman.
warfare and wits, or just warfare?
Yeah, let's go with
Yes, he
wits.
is.
Okay.
You can't sneak up like that.
And
That's
he
how you
could have
get kicked in the
probably taken
face.
all of us the first time we met him.
Yep.
But yeah, so I ask. So I'm like, all right, Ronnie, what's some old world bullshit that's gonna knock the socks off the in-laws? What do we got?
Well, John doesn't know. Veronica will get you basically like a traditional gift for your basically like the relationship you have with Jenya, the appropriate, like this is what you gift.
Yeah.
Because a lot of this stuff is super codified.
And extra points for awkward. Like, awkward for the couple, but the family is like, hell yeah, they're gonna have
They're in
800
on the
children, let's go. Yeah.
Just get them like a.
Veronica's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, the uncles will get in on
This is for fertility and good harvest and also fertility.
You know,
I mean,
we
Jimena
mention
is helping.
in
Well,
there.
that's kind of what Evine's present was.
Oh yeah,
The
yeah,
Welsh spoon.
yeah. It's like a
Nice.
fertility.
Yeah.
That was
Alright.
6 raises.
6.
All right.
This is
Oh, hello,
Boucher.
Fayo.
This is a
Lick
Montaigne
my toe on the
knife fighting style, meant for basically like it's down and dirty, street fighting, getting stuff done like nice and quickly. You know that some of the Montaigne scouts use that style. It's quick, brutal, and efficient.
Yeah.
Not my style, is it? Boucher?
That's
Is
what
Boucher?
you got introduced in.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
He said he pulls out his pipe and he's just watching. He's like, "How is the boy doing? Seems it's a Boucher. He's not guarding with his hand like he's supposed to."
Well,
That happens.
the boy is doing fine, monsieur. The style is quick, efficient, and allows you to move quickly to the next opponent, sacrificing a bit of defense.
Well, no, I see that. I'm talking about Heinrich. Where's your gauntlet?
Oh, he's like, I took it off for this.
Well,
It felt like cheating.
Treat the man with some respect, please. I have been training this boy in Eisenfast for a very long time. He should be using the gauntlet to guard against your attacks.
He looks at him and he's like, "Your uncle is right. You should have told me."
You can't go easy even on your friends.
Heinrich like looks like shamed a little bit and then like reaches in his back satchels and pulls the gauntlets and starts to put it on, right?
Heinrich loads up a pipe and it's like, Marcus loads up a pipe and starts.
And you hear Xavier say like,
I don't have anything for you, dog.
"Why don't you put one of the knives back, boy? Let's try with one knife and the gauntlet. Show me what you have." And they get into position again. And there's a lot of like Heinrich like sort of going through the motions, like they go through like a couple exchanges. Xavier explains to him.
Ooh, do we get to have another montage?
Very patiently, right? Like he's like, "Well, here's where you're open," and then it's you witness like how brutal Boucher is because like as he brings the gauntlet up, he's like, "Well, look, now I have access to your armpit," and he digs the knife like right under his arm. It's like your heart is right underneath here, right? So there's like a couple of these, and then you can see Heinrich like starting to incorporate stuff like with the gauntlet, including one of the exchange. He straight up grabs one of Xavier's knives. You see a little smile on the old man's face, right? Like it's just like.
I think of the time I wanted a mix of a Dutchess style with.
That's what I was talking about. Good job, boy.
Yeah. See.
And it's easier to wrestle than a whole ass sword.
He's like,
so
your uncle is a wise man. If you fight with knives, you have to be prepared for it to be very up close and personal. The gauntlet will be your ally. And then they practice like some like really like close up form, and you see like it gets like raw. Like it's pretty much like almost like wrestling with blades, right? Like just because that's what happens. And Xavier like starts to be like, sometimes it's easier to grab your opponent and just push them into the blade, right? You have to not
do that
be afraid to do that. He's always like very calm and even keel, which is probably more unsettling than it needs to be. But,
your dress helps.
Yeah.
He spent several days in a lab with him, and I feel like at this point.
Yeah, Heinrich is.
Honestly, the reason why I chose the style
The calm murder butler is a nice change of pace.
Yeah.
I want to make
From the
one
chaos
hit
goblin.
that kills immediately.
From the exchanges, you get a sense that the conversation happened around fencing because Heinrich has seen what those short blades can do. And Xavier basically mentioned, like, well, for knives, like, he started talking about it, and then when he realized, like, he was at fighting with knives, he was like, "Can you teach me
how to not get stabbed?
Not get killed by a knife?" And he's like, "Well, like,
by a knife that wants to send my
How to
soul.
not get sent to hell."
And he's like, "If you want to learn how to defend against a knife, you're gonna learn how to fight with a knife, so you can understand it." So they're sort of going at it.
Marcus is just proud of his nephew. What a good kid.
What a good boy.
Yeah. You hear Rethel laugh as he goes, "Ha ha 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 ha! Then we'll get two." And I'm like, and I start heading out. So, I don't know if Veronica wants to come with me or not, or if
Veronica has her marching orders, so she's like, "Leave this to me. I'll show it to you before you can gift it."
Yes, that sounds fantastic.
Yeah, I might have to. We're far from home, so I might have to enlist some of the family members.
You have my entire company at your disposal, as however we can make it happen.
Yeah, I think that will hit all your boxes.
We even have access to an entire fleet of murderous cutthroats who can acquire things swiftly. Like there's unless there's not one within 300 miles. And even then, I might be able to make it happen if it's beyond that. If we know where one is. So.
Well, I'll take that under advisement.
Yeah.
All right, so you head out.
I'm not above asking Xavier to cut himself to go to fucking
Well,
Surrey to pick up
Genya,
some
Don't,
bullshit.
well, don't tell fucking Genya.
No, never. Like I don't even want her to know that I'm getting her a present till it appears the day it happens.
it's
nothing like getting the thing that Genya is weird about the most to go get her something from her home country. Totally, yeah.
Remote earmuffs, Genya.
She'd feel the rip.
Yeah, it's true. You have in the past.
Yeah.
Well, you don't have to know why.
Just make me suspect of him all over again.
Oh, no.
You already suspect
We worked
of
so
him.
hard on that.
We were friends now.
Yeah, but you still know what he do.
He gave me a leaf.
Yeah, but you still know what he do. Sometimes he must be called upon.
He just doesn't do it around you, I guess.
Yeah. Respectfully.
Mm-hmm.
He goes to smoke in the yard where you can see him. Well, it's not offensive to you. Do you head anywhere else, Retold? On your grand tour?
I gotta. I'll get a really nice. I'll get like a really nice, like, powder bullet making sort of kit. So I get a really nice rifle kit, as well as a like really nice cigar kit, and that'll be for Ricardo. Something practical, something nice, something classy.
Yeah. You'll get Ernesto's approval.
Yeah, some of that exotic leaf from the New World.
Oh yeah. You can go to the
finest weed in the whole shop.
New World expatriate quarters, and you will find all of this stuff. Fucking coffee, tobacco, all sorts of shit that they're shipping back from the New World.
Yeah.
Sit. Go.
Perfect. All right. Do you go to the guild office at all?
Yeah, I think that was part of checking in on the attack on the short range boats.
Yeah.
Marcus would still be there for that one.
Yeah.
That was earlier in the day. What's up?
As you hit the guild office, and you check in, like you get the same staff, right? Like everything above board.
Mm-hmm.
As you're about to leave, like in the tavern area up front at the guild, a familiar old man is seated there. Bearded man.
Oh, fuck.
With a hat.
Ow, he's back.
Oh,
With a
Papa?
peach, a part of cloth covering part of his face. And you,
with his hat strategically dipped below one eye.
well, it's broad brimmed and hides like most of his face, but you can clearly.
But his ascot was apricot.
I see someone right outside, like sampling some like fresh fucking tobacco from one of these shipments, and I'm like, Marcus, go ask for a sample. Go try some. It's delicious.
He's like, but I don't smoke.
Well, I definitely smoke.
No, yeah.
I know. I'm just saying.
Sure.
I have some private business. Go. Fuck off.
Wow.
Respectfully.
If you would like to say that a different way, that's perfectly fine.
Pretend I said it like that. I'm sorry. Go.
I'm going to remember this. And
Tell me how to say it after. Okay, we'll go.
Yep.
I feel like that's the whole conversation.
You
on
actually
the way
see
back
that
up
come
to
up
the.
at the bottom of the screen.
Marcus will remember this.
Yeah.
No, you get the like, I will remember this, and then the like freeze frame voiceover. He didn't.
Oh no.
And he never would.
Yes.
Marcus disapproves.
Yeah.
Ow.
There are so many things that Genya does that Ruffle disapproves of, and vice versa, and it's just sort of like.
Oh, Jimena disapproves of all of you, but she's just gotten used to it at this point.
Yeah.
Yep.
She's just like, Jimena is like, maybe if I hang out with them, like they'll get fixed.
Marcus is going to go over to said whatever vendor, and he's going to buy all of the tobacco and charge it to him.
Oh,
He's like, that's
damn.
how this works, isn't it?
He's going to overpay too. Like that's a significant. However much it is, he doubles the
It's
price.
like, oh, Mendez.
Well, apparently that cigar box I bought, I got a little discount on it because I already had all the tobacco.
I don't think it's necessarily that
Yeah.
Marcus doubles the price. I think he just doesn't know how to haggle.
I have 5 in wits. I think I'm all right. Marcus knows how to haggle. He's just specifically not right
He's doing it
now.
out of spite.
Yeah.
On purpose.
By
me to
virtue
fuck
of
off.
this, as well as my gross need to flex at the wedding, I'm reducing my wealth by a point.
Yeah,
It's just that much of a financial hit
Reto
in one
is
day.
like,
So I was like, okay, make it rain. Let's go.
This marriage is a financial.
How many?
drain.
You just Mark.
It's a
Retho gets
loss
back
leader.
in. Why do we
It's
have
not Jenny's
40?
fault.
Why are there 40
He has
barrels of
nothing
tobacco
about any of
here?
it.
Like, that's fine. I can find a way to fence it. It's okay. I'm going to recoup this cost. It's just
Because you made such a generous offer,
Yeah.
you get offered to like smoke a pipe right there up front. He's like,
get a flight.
I'll get a bit of extra. Like we'll get you a flight.
Oh.
Here, why don't you enjoy
Oh,
this?
absolutely. Oh,
This is like New World.
oh, chatty notes.
Yep.
So as
That's a bit
soon
of tum.
so as soon as I see him out there start to talk to the vendor,
Oh, yeah.
I like stop at the door and like I don't even look over. I'm just like, grandfather.
Oh,
Good to see you. You
And-
have time for a drink?
I both look giddy and terrified that he actually acknowledged me, and I'm like, for you, grandfather, always. and I get 2 drinks, and I come over and I sit down and I place them both in front of us so that he can grab whichever one he wants.
Right. He slides you.
Double fists, always.
He
I almost
drinks,
grabbed a third. Yeah.
And for an almost uncomfortable amount of time, like doesn't talk. Right. Like you just like seated and
Oh, yeah.
like sips.
Oh yeah.
What was that?
Any other being in the universe, I'd be like, oh, good,
Yep.
blessed silence. But no, this makes me terribly uncomfortable.
That's not right.
He almost looks like he's taking the gauge of you, and then he says,
Like he doesn't know.
"The day you were looking for is at hand." And he
Mustache?
slides you a stone, and on it is the rune for fate.
I'll do it. Oh, maybe I did. I don't really know.
Congratulations, one
You
of
pissed
your
off fate so bad that it went to the fucking
one
Swedes.
is switched.
This shit, no, this shit makes me incredibly uncomfortable.
It kicked a different pantheon in the nuts.
pissed off face
Oh,
so
no.
bad it went to the
Fuck.
Swedes.
Love it.
And once, so it sits there for a second. So I let the moment have its breath before I go. Before I'm like, thank you, grandfather. And yeah, and I leave it at that, and I pull the stone back, and I pick the safest pouch to secure it in.
And he says, "In a mere few days, 2 of your companions will be united forever. After that moment passes, fate will sail right into this port, led by a man you know that you have been looking for. He is not coming for you. It does not matter. You will be there for him."
That shit changes the entire last hour we did.
SpaghettiOs.
So he says all that, and I take another small pull of my tankard, waiting to make sure that he's said what he's going to say.
Look for the man who sells under the banner of the Ataban Trading Company.
And now I'm just grinning like an idiot, and I'm like, well, grandfather, your sense of humor is always hits just right.
I know. I know it would tickle you.
Would it be inappropriate if I told my aunt this joke?
Absolutely. I would be delighted if you did.
It's a good joke.
Sometimes even we have a sense of humor.
So I've heard. And here we are.
Skull. He just like drains his glass.
And I'm like, another?
Always.
And then so I take the tankards, I throw like a whole fucking pouch on the bar, and I take 2 more over, and I'm like, on your own time, grandfather.
I have nothing but my own time, son.
Absolutely. And then yeah, I try to act cool as I head up into my aunt's office. And I get to be like, guess what?
What? I don't know how to interpret that face,
and I'm basically like, through my gifts as a Cedar and a Hergerson, the day after their wedding, we're gonna raid the Ativan ship that comes into this harbor, and I get to kill its captain.
There's like a similarly to what you experienced during the day. There is a knock under your aunt's table.
Yeah, no, yeah.
As she sort of jumps to her feet and is like, "You know this in authority?"
Auntie, if there is any higher authority, we are in trouble.
We will be ready.
Oh, yeah.
She actually approaches and gives you like a forearm handshake.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No,
just the full clasp, like, and you get the full hug.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And she was like, "There's a reason. I knew something was special with you. The seers saw it. I don't always believe in that, but they were right."
You best be believing, because I got it too. So that's where we're at.
We will be ready.
Oh yeah, we're gonna celebrate that.
You will be the tip of our spear.
We will be celebrating those nuptials.
Just the tip.
In the best way we can.
Yep.
So yeah,
we're gonna forge a brand new spear and call it just the tip.
Yeah. So I get out there, and Marcus has already done an incredible amount of damage to my coffers. And I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I mean, Jimena has money stored all over the place, so she could always just give you some back.
Oh, we're good. We're good there. No, that's not.
Jimena's money like stashed in a place.
Jimena has like squirrel holes of money.
Yeah.
We're
like old world rich.
We're at a level of income where this is up. This is funny to see the number lose that many zeros, but we're not worried.
Hey, don't forget that part of my husband's as well.
Well, we're good. He's good. He'll be alright. Like that's why I said
it's the other Mendez.
It's funny, but it's we're not worried about it.
Yes.
Then
you have like a fucking case of tobacco.
Oh yeah.
At this point,
yeah, and I don't question the sudden.
It's like a wooden box.
Yeah.
As I'm just walking down the street with this giant box of tobacco over my shoulder, and my pipe in my hand, and just
it's probably
hello.
And I'm like, hello. It's probably a little annoying how
he's like glowing,
how much in a good mood I am.
Like a spring in his step.
Yeah.
He's got Marcus has enough good tobacco now that he's not quite so concerned about it anymore.
Yeah, if you look inside the tavern, like there's a bunch of empty tankards at the table, but the old man is gone.
But yeah, basically after I do that bit with Veronica, I would try and round everyone up to go up to Jimena's for a quick war council.
To where? Who where?
To Genia's or to Jimena's?
To Jimena's.
That's Genia.
To Genia. I did say Genia. Yeah.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, you did. You said Jimenez twice.
Yeah, that's why we were asking.
This one,
Jimena.
Jimena.
Z-Mena,
Yeah.
not
Perfect.
X-Mena.
And not Emlena.
Yeah.
All right.
Sorry, I'm
Well,
confusing you more.
we'll summon everybody there. Evine, while all this was happening, you spent a delightful afternoon of drinking with Father Callahan
Oh no.
and Kat talking about what's happening in the Emerald Isle. You do get brought a piece of news from Father Callahan as well.
Who?
The Queen has manifested her support of your efforts.
Oh,
Part
Way to put
It's
it.
happening, but don't.
part of the Avalon
Still paying her.
Navy is on its way here as we speak, under the captain of the Sea Dog himself. Captain Jeremiah Barrick is at the command. The Queen sent her chief naval officer to ensure goodwill between the burgeoning nation of Odisseo and Avalon. Help is on the way.
She's a maniac.
Imagine this was delivered with a lot more slurring because you're pretty deep in the afternoon by the time this hits. And as much as Father Callahan can put them away, he still cannot match you toe to toe, and the man is
Proud.
aging. But he's
By the way, I heard from our queen.
exactly. It's a lot more that, and I figured it would be a lot less obnoxious for you to have the message delivered this way, and so we don't take 45 minutes of this game to get that message across. It goes into several asides.
I think she starts like sleight of handing, like, "Oh, let me get you another drink." It's like apple cider.
Yeah.
Just please hydrate.
Yep.
It's like, no, I swear it's vodka. Just drink it.
He's
It's
so
vodka.
he's at a point where like he's
Say it
so
with the
fucking
Russian
blasted
accent.
he doesn't notice anymore. He's just going for it, right? He's like, it's fine. Cat like gives you like a few looks like periodically, like this is gonna be a nightmare for like 3 days. But the vibe is incredibly nice. You can tell he's genuinely happy to be here and for your paths to cross again. Both of them, actually. You feel like they're treating you like family. And yeah, they're like, yeah, we're here to stay. We're in a fight with Mazabi. We'll stick around. Whenever the shit hits the proverbial fan, we will be here.
It's wonderful to have you.
But yeah, you spend.
And at some point, maybe one of the times she pops away to get more drinks, she's gonna pop over to wherever Zhenya is.
Oh, here we
At the
go.
most inopportune moment. Zhenya! Zhenya!
The shadow sits whispering at you.
Zhenya is elbow deep in the dirt behind their new house, gently and very manually planting crops and other such.
And a wooden eyeball.
Yes.
Yep. An eyeball tree will grow.
She magically enhances all the land around her, but hers and Kasha's house, she does everything gently by
everything
hand.
has to be done manually.
Yep. Kasha can't do it with magic. I'm not going to do it either. So you whisper to her from some shadow. She looks up, looks around. Inusurin, if you come out, you will be my friend. You speak Usuran.
Yeah.
She speaks everything, I thought.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yes. I'm trying to decide what's funnier.
She keeps working.
All right, so just her head pops out of somewhere.
Just disembodied floating
Yep,
head.
there's a head that comes out from the shadow at the top of the tree. Just like diagonally sideways.
It's like leaning at an unnatural angle.
You are ready, my friend.
Duh. And then in Styrian, how do you feel about wearing fur?
I wear fur all the time.
Oh, so that is real.
I don't know that we would have faux fur. And...
Yeah, no, so the lining of her hood, of her vest she always wears, is fur lined. And
Okay.
she also often just changes into a creature that has fur.
Oh yeah.
So yes.
Okay, is what I thought. Good. And disappears.
Just looks at the tree for a little while, like, okay, and then goes back to gardening. Okay. I've seen weirder. At least she did not do that neck thing. I don't like that. That's not my favorite.
Evita's just a yokai.
Basically. Yeah.
Me.
Sometimes Evines appears without a face. And it's like, oh, wait, I forgot.
Sorry.
Forgot your face. Did the cat
I
eat
forgot
it?
to put it on. And she doesn't so much put it on as like it slides on her face, like her face is rolling.
She doesn't just hexadecimal swipe it on.
Yep.
Love it. Obsessive.
Speaking of the neck thing, you just reminded me of a quick anecdote that my boss has noticed that I have neck language.
Yeah.
Yes, you do.
Because black, I guess. I was talking about
took a
the
turn.
project that was coming up in
Yeah.
our big group meeting recap, and I apparently did like a side to side. And he was like, "Oh, we got sideways neck. She's actually excited about this one."
Sideways.
Sideways neck.
Way to call it, Mark.
It's just like, oh no, he noticed.
I've been seen.
You weren't supposed to see us.
I've been observed.
I have been perceived.
Nothing
Somebody
worse.
Anyway, that's it.
succeeded at their
Okay.
perception roll.
But yeah, you spend nice old afternoon. The father does need his wife to get out after everything is said and done. Although he's conscious. He, despite all things, he will not do you the affront of passing out. That will not happen.
Just singing the Foggy Dew off key.
Yep. You leave before somebody starts singing Danny Boy.
Good.
So yeah, Rethold gets the word to all of you to meet. Where did you want everyone to gather? At the
We'll hike up to Jenya's house.
the new house.
As we know, that's where she's
Where Jenya's
convalescing.
at. Yep. Jenya and
Slash.
Ricardo is already there. So after your daily activities,
Oh, by the way, since this is going to be after what I was doing with my witchy
Yes.
peoples, what happened there? Anything?
well,
Related?
you got your 12.
Mhm.
Your group is working on that. There will be more to come
Okay.
on this.
All right, we can
later.
keep working on it.
But yeah, you're practicing. You can feel the group is starting to get the concept you're pushing down. It's harder for them to grasp it than it is for you. but it's making progress. So yeah, everybody rolls in. Jimena, you've sobered up a little bit from strenuous physical activities.
Jimena has like a
Why are we both glowing?
kind of.
In separate, really weird ways.
There's a glow. She smells a little too much like perfume.
Booze.
Yeah,
Musk.
you still buzz. You still got like a
Just a giggle.
just a little edge.
Everyone's like, wait, is she drunk?
Tipsy?
That's not a thing that happens.
That's
I
weird.
let it happen today.
Evie, I'll let you decide how and if you pop up or if you just listen. Also, thank you, Amanda. Message received. And just put it this way.
Oh my.
Uh-oh.
Done and done.
Great.
Oh, I guess I would amend Jose Correa's message for the Brotherhood that if there's any squadron of Atabean trading company ships smaller than 3, that they're allowed to breach the bay.
Perfect.
At what point would have this been delivered? Would it be when she was already at?
Probably,
Yeah, you're at the restaurant.
Probably when you're getting ready to leave the restaurant.
Yeah.
Okay, so she'll have to go back to the.
Yeah.
Probably like later tonight or tomorrow, or
Okay.
Oh no, I have to go back.
Well, to the pirate people. Not
Oh, I
to
see,
the-
I see.
Not
Yeah,
to,
Not to
not to
fun.
Fucktown.
She can visit
Sorry,
that whenever
Megan
she
is
wants.
running out of steam.
Yeah. We'll do that last scene with Tony. That will be our stop point for tonight.
But yeah, basically, I get everyone there, and I'm like, Evie, hello.
She was in the tree, her head.
Just their head.
Funny
Well, that's
enough,
all I
that's
saw.
all I. Yeah,
Her
and
body
that-
was still at the bar.
and that's no one needs an explanation.
I feel like
That
she
makes more
opens
sense.
the shadow, puts her head through,
Yeah.
continue, and then
She just has a portal gun.
Yeah. So like
Like
so
someone-
by that logic, there's a part of her body that's sticking out somewhere else.
yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
There's just disembodied butt somewhere.
She's just a weirdo in front of a theater, like in front of a theater drape, just being like, "Ooh."
Theater drape.
The beginning of Pippin.
Yeah,
Dayglow
like,
hands.
fuck, no, it's weird. It's not a cool thing. It's just weird.
It's not a cool thing.
I beg to differ.
I love Pippin. It's bad, but I love it.
Ain't that the way?
Sometimes that's the reason.
So can we go in and out of your house, or
I
is
mean,
it?
yeah, the house is.
There's a fuck ton of people.
You're just not staying
You're
in
not
the
a
house.
vampire.
Yeah, no, we're just.
No, because there's a bundle of people in here.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's
I'm
lively
working in the
outside.
garden behind the house,
Okay.
but like I'm not
And you two
living
aren't
in the
in it?
house
Okay,
yet.
okay.
Yes.
I'll bring Andrew with me. He probably was
Yeah.
at work with me anyways.
Yep.
I basically go out to the backyard where you're at,
Yeah.
and like I'm sure there's like a little
Yeah.
table or something somewhere.
Sure. Yeah.
And so I call Evie and I'm like, Evie,
Cute little stone wall.
will you let your highness know to let Mr. Sea Dog know that if there's specifically a trio squadron or less of Atabean trading co that they're allowed to come into the bay.
Someone else says it's bedtime.
And I would also like a little help with figuring out exactly what this does. And I slap the rune stone on the table. I am under the impression it's a powerful magical artifact. But I don't know what it does.
That's the one that says fate, which I don't know because I can't read that.
Yeah, I'm like, it says fate.
I'm like, I could.
Now I know it. What if I read the stone? Will it like give me like that thing where you
just get tinnitus in your eyes.
or like you basically you look through your glasses with someone else's glasses or something like that.
eyeballs.
You know when there's like a bass frequency that makes your eyeballs like vibrate? That's what happens.
Oh wow. It's in your
Yeah.
eyes.
There is
Oh shit.
fate in the stone.
It's not
The kind
connected
of
to
fate
anything, right?
that you know. Oh, it's connected to a fuck ton of
Oh,
things.
okay. Well,
That's why you're getting tinnitus in your eyes.
Such a great description.
Yeah. Like,
Sen, can I have some tea?
It's like imagine
oh, you're
like
in my home. You're not in his home.
I know. I said Shenya.
Oh, Zhenya, I heard Xavier.
when you first look at the stone, like you think that there's like a circle of like basically like a halo around it.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason why you have like a splitting headaches at this point is that you realize it's not a glow. Like these are all individual strands. There's just so many of them that it looks like almost like a complete full circle around it.
Wow.
Oh no! I really shouldn't touch that at all.
You
I
have,
sit like way further
Oh,
away.
it's a nope stone.
you have
Got
the
it.
idea that
It's just that I do the same thing this thing does. We aren't supposed to touch two
plucking
sources.
at any of
It
these
doesn't
things
work.
could create like
Catastrophic.
just chains of things.
I mean, I'm also somebody that messes with fate. Who knows what happens when we touch that?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna touch it. I sit further away and drink my tea.
Zhenya picks it up as if it were just a stone.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's a.
Just
It's like a rock with
You
a
and
rune
Marcus
carved in it.
kinda-
Marcus
Trade back
pulls a
word.
gimli on it and just tries to hit it with his axe.
I just say
Lick it.
it may be safer if Veronica holds it.
Ooh, that'd be interesting. Okay.
That
We'll
won't
think about that.
do anything to her.
Does it give me tinglies? Is it of the earth?
There's the stone itself is of the earth.
Yeah.
It has been modified. The carving that is in it, it doesn't give you like the bad jujus, but there's a powerful magic, not one that you know, that has been inscribed into the stone. But the stone holds it.
I'm gonna make Rethel terribly uncomfortable.
Oh, there we go.
I'm gonna call forth.
The dumb old boy?
No, I'm gonna call Morosco. Let me get rid of that point. Morosco is the god of death.
Okay. He's cool.
He's lovely.
He's alright, I guess.
Okay.
I gave you notes on them, right?
Yeah, I'm trying
Okay,
to
good.
trying to look at. I know you sent those to me.
Yeah. So Zhenya's eyes do the glowing green thing, and then she looks into the nothing and she says, It is still cold enough in spring that winter can still touch me. And reaches her hand out, and a light forms, and she pulls the most handsome man with ice blue eyes and flowing curly black hair just steps through the ether, and they both bow to each other.
Didn't we kill that guy?
No, quite the opposite.
No.
No, I'm sorry. The guy with ice blue eyes.
Oh, yeah, on the other one, yeah.
Yeah.
Does he have a
Oh
tongue?
yeah,
Yeah.
He almost
Yeah.
he almost did a thing, and
Yeah.
I had to yell banana.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's right.
Yes. No, this
For
is
a couple of reasons.
the most stunningly handsome young man you've ever seen ever, with a blade of ice at his hip and a beautiful white stallion behind him.
Wait, who are we
Ice
talking?
blade
Oh,
on his head.
Morosco.
Mm-hmm.
And she says,
Jimena is conflicted.
right?
Yeah, no.
She just pulled a man, like a handsome man.
It's like
Turns out Jenya had summoned handsome man as a spell, and you didn't know.
How do you fucking
All the time.
Jimena's like heathen god, but hot heathen god.
Right?
Yeah.
Marcus
Jimenez
Marcus is
conflicted.
literally just giving a do it, just like washing his hands of it.
They look very familiar with one another. And she says,
Jenya and this new guy.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like, there's an odd tension here. They're very familiar with one another.
Does Ricardo get weirded out or what?
I mean,
Ricardo's not here right now.
Ricardo's
But...
kind of like,
He's around.
yeah, like
He might be out there.
there's something
There's some Usuran noble.
holding my
Yeah,
soon-to-be wife's hand.
Clearly, like real familiar.
Yeah, well,
Ricardo is doing like mental gymnastics, and he's like, he seems to land on like cousins. Maybe?
funny enough, Ricardo's pretty familiar with this guy too. He just doesn't know it.
Yeah.
Joke's on him.
Yeah.
Wherever he stands, ice or frost covers it, and he has a very cold persona around him. Morosco, I am sorry to bring you out of your work.
Always a delight. What can I help you with?
These are my friends, and then
Ah.
names you all off.
Greetings. He looks at all of you like in turn,
And waves from my distant table.
he pauses at a few of you. He's like, oh, and then just like moves on. It's like,
Yeah,
pleasure.
We've given him some work over the year.
Yeah.
Over the time we've spent here.
We're taking some
Introduces
work, I
him
guess.
as Morosco, Master of Winter, and Farrier of the Dead.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. Oh well, yeah, okay.
One of my duties, yes.
Well, no, you're welcome and I'm sorry, I guess. I'm not sure how to quantify that, but, you know, it appears we're connected in that much, so okay.
She offers him the stone.
Oh.
Curious to know its properties. My grandfather
Wink.
gave it to me, and I wasn't... I didn't feel it appropriate to ask him right there in front of his face, hey, how do I make the rock work? So, my friend is now asking you to do that for me.
Is your grandfather secretly like Odin or something? Is
Yeah,
that-
he's straight up.
Okay, that's what I was trying to figure that out. Okay, yeah, fair enough.
It's grandfather.
Yeah, okay, that's what the one part is. Okay,
yeah.
yeah.
Yes, no, we've shared libations at a couple occasions. Interesting man.
Will, you know.
Not necessarily my specialty, but you are on a collision course with destiny, my friend.
Oh, good.
This is what the stone represents.
Well, that's nothing new to us.
Yeah, uh-huh.
Yeah.
It is a tie with someone.
Oh.
One of you will be coming to me
Oh,
very
no.
shortly.
Okay.
Well, not
This is
necessarily
social.
to me directly. You understand. One of you will leave here very shortly. This cannot be avoided.
Oh,
Well,
oh no.
okay.
Wait, who are we talking to?
God,
Death
or
guy?
death, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just thinking about that warning I got last time. Going like, oh great. Well, hopefully it's me then.
Well, sorry you'll be one short when we finally head out there with you, but
Marcus is mostly nonplussed at the god of death because Marcus is sitting here like, well, you haven't really done your job in Iceland at all, so...
Yeah.
Let me
Because he's not Ison.
let me be clear.
He's my god of death.
Yeah, well...
You fucked your gods.
When I say you, I don't mean necessarily one of you here in this room. The things that this links to
Okay.
goes to many more people.
There's so many people.
Well, yeah, okay, that part, yeah, that makes sense.
I wonder what the city thinks about.
All right, so just, you know, if we can be sort of frank on this, I don't like wave it around or there's not a word I use and it does a thing. This is sort of just something that needs to be.
It will do what it needs to do
Oh,
when the time is right.
all right. Okay.
You'll be used to it. That is how fate.
Well, I got the horn and it summoned, my family. So, like, I just wanted to make sure. Okay.
Your grandfather was kind not to tie it around your neck,
like three
but
ones.
he might as well have.
Well, yeah, I've come to... That's why I'm very cautious with grandfather, because shit like that happens. So, yeah, okay. All right, great. Well, is there any small favor we can thank you with? I don't know what the proper...
Morosco knows what to ask of me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, if I can help with that in any way,
This one is always forthcoming.
Yeah, that's, I appreciate help from friends of friends. So
Usually a boon like that comes with
Likewise.
a consequence.
well,
you have
yeah,
helped
no,
this one greatly, and I appreciate it.
okay, good.
I know this will not bring you comfort, but I see you.
Well, yeah, no, I figure we've yeah. Okay, great. I kind of like heft the stone and tug it back in the pouch, and I'm like, cool.
Well, that was great.
Cool. Anything else I can do for you? You have my full and undivided attention.
He's invited to the wedding, right?
I was just gonna be like, you are brother, and you will be attending next week, will you not?
I would be delighted.
I will leave you a space.
Save a seat for me.
I sort of raise an eyebrow over at him, and I'm like, brother. I mouth the word brother question mark at her.
Oh no, nobody wants Medved. He's the opposite.
Well, we don't know that.
Amanda just crosses herself.
Yeah, he is-
She's like,
He is not a handsome young man.
again, still.
The good Christian boy, the good Christian
The
kids.
good Christian boy over here is like,
yeah, Amanda's just like, just has her
There's
rosary
nothing
out.
more beautiful and auspicious than inviting death to your wedding.
Yeah.
It makes sense somehow.
But yeah, they lean down and do the little cheek kisses, but it's a little less familiar when they do it. And then she releases his hand.
You get a bow, and he's like, I will see you soon, my friend.
Of course.
For your wedding, of course.
I don't think I will see you otherwise.
Now it's suspicious.
Well, that's when he said the words. I was like, well, cool, I'm ready. But no, apparently not us. But like,
Zhenya chuckles and says, I don't think Matushka will ever let me see you outside of that. We shall see.
That remains to be seen.
Wants to live forever.
Everything is a negotiation, my dear.
That is true.
I have not yet said my last word. I would love to have you at my side when everything is said and done. But
I remember.
looks very uncomfortable with the whole interaction.
Excuse me, she asked me, so you can leave.
Yep. I was there first.
Excuse me, she's spoken for.
I am feeling all
You had
sorts
first
of
horse.
things right now.
Yeah.
Just boyfriend, bro.
yeah, first horse.
Apparently he got there first.
Yeah,
Yeah.
first
I
horse.
mean,
it's like, I'd love to have you at my side. You just, where do I hear boss music? And Ricardo just comes through the window.
with a shotgun.
That's romantic as hell. He'd fight death for you.
Aww. Oh no.
Yeah.
So yes,
So yeah, and he steps out into the backyard and
and fades away into the
fades
frost.
away into the frost.
As soon as like the chill wind dissipates and that Mediterranean waft
Comes
floats
back.
back up, I'm like,
She's like, it's so warm again.
I go, same. But also now I can be like, what does he like pennies? Like what can I?
No.
Or is he good?
No,
What?
it's okay.
Yeah.
It is my bargain to make.
Okay, because it didn't. I mean, also it didn't seem to put him out much. So, okay, thank you, great. So all that,
The god of death always gets his due sooner or
I,
later.
just want to make sure he doesn't want like early payment. So, but yeah. So the reason you got that message, and the reason I sent the other message through Evine was because, well, grandfather, and I sort of pat the rock, let me know that the day after your wedding, we're going to celebrate your nuptials by murdering the man that murdered my father.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yes. He's going to sail in.
I killed the ship that killed us.
Awesome. That's
Brett's
the wedding. And
real
then
wedding
after, we
present.
kill a bunch of people.
It's like, hey, now you got married.
like
Here's my wedding
regular.
present. Join me
Seems like
on
I
my
usually do.
revenge quest.
Oh, I could have never asked for anything.
It's like the best present ever, right?
Ricardo's like, the mustache, right?
So, you know, I'm not going to tell you what to do on your wedding night, but you're going to have a busy day the next day. So, you know,
Whatever you need.
we've gone. I
Don't
know.
throw your back out. There's
I
work in
know.
the morning.
Hey, you know, just set yourself up for success. Is what I'm saying.
That's what Jimena is preparing for before and after.
I have tinctures and potions.
That's
Yeah, no,
so many.
Vitamins that I have been grinding.
I have this
She's
paste.
gonna hand you like a leather roll. They just roll out, and it's gonna be like labeled like before, during, after.
There's a lot of after right there.
The fucking during is like, wait a minute.
Yeah. No, and the several afters have different body parts assigned. Like
It's like, and they're labeled by time and with name tags.
they're small diagrams because Jen, you can't
Oh
read.
yeah, Jen, you can't read.
And you can't trust that
She
Ricardo's going
just
to be
draws a
completely.
bear.
There's a bear and a man in a hat.
Yeah.
Well, because the crow could be you also, though.
That's fair.
It's just a bear
Yeah.
and a man in a hat. And somehow that makes it more obscene.
Does he have an... No.
No. Ricardo has a whole face.
Yeah, Ricardo didn't lose anything. Isaac has an eye patch.
Yeah.
Yeah, so does Marlena's husband.
Yeah. There's a few.
On the count of torture.
But I mean, he also has a lot of stuff on the inside. It's real hurt.
Yeah.
Poor guy.
It's like a bear and a gun.
Sensing a shift in
And
Ricardo's
a gun.
mood,
Bear
Jenya
and a
twines
gun.
her hand with his and squeezes it. My husband has shifted mood.
Well, the phrase "till death do us part"
Yeah,
really fucking.
in the Surah.
Death is waiting.
Yep.
Thanks, Yakov
Is
Smirnov.
that man gonna fucking die yet? Like, is it my turn? Damn.
Fucking Yakov Smirnoff reference. Fuck yeah.
Marcus, after all of this is said and done, he just kind of walks out. So
Marcus is like, I'm not sure I want these people's help.
You know, he just says he's like as looking at everybody like, you know, cavorting with death gods and doing all this other stuff. And it's like,
I don't know that Jimena was cavorting.
no, he's not. He's not looking at Jimena.
Jimena was like cowering and conflicted.
Yeah.
God damn, look at that man.
Like, right? It's like, this is bad, but I like it. This is bad. No.
Oh yeah, that
But
good.
bad can be
Yeah.
good.
And
Yeah. That good. That's the epitome
That
of
good.
the Catholic feeling.
Right?
It's like you're being like a perfect Catholic. You're like, I'm sinning as fuck,
I mean,
but I
if
regret
anyone
it.
among us would be the perfect Catholic.
Right? I fucking regret
Gonna
it.
because
But
Marcus is super Protestant, so
You know,
hot damn, that death god is hot.
right?
Morosco and I were very close during the war.
Yeah, I can see that. That yeah. no.
Ricardo's expression does not better.
Oh.
Well,
That
if
seems like
you had a
He also helped my mother to die peacefully, and I very much appreciate
if you
that.
had a personification of someone who of an angel of that, I'm sure you're pretty close to them too. You just
It does make sense
does
that
make sense.
a god of death would be around doing a war.
Also, that's kind of how we met, so I can't be too mad.
yeah. No, I'm surprised I haven't seen others besides grandfather, and I don't like that I've said that now because now I might.
Yeah, but
So I'm just gonna stop talking.
something
now.
in the back of your mind is like, maybe I have, and I just don't know.
Yeah.
Jimena
It's
is
fine.
starting to get a
This
little
is
bit
fine.
like, how come your gods actually show up?
Oh no!
Right?
Just kind of like,
Wait a minute.
yes.
Yep.
hey, wait a minute.
Get Ari! Right. Come down here, Theus, you lazy fuck.
Marcus is just like, if you want to expand your operation to the place where all the dead keep fucking walking around, that'd be cool, man.
Yeah.
You have to talk to your own gods.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens when we get up there.
If you stop talking to them, they stop helping.
He's going out and is gonna carve and think about things.
To carve.
Think about England.
Yeah, that is.
Yep.
The activity changes, but it tracks with so many people in this game.
I mean, I feel like,
I will do X and think about things for a while.
What's my thing? Just sewing.
Sewing and think about things.
Yeah.
Going to bed at 7:30.
I guess it's an activity.
It's 6:40. I can't
Like a
believe I'm
respectable
awake.
married woman.
Right?
How much
My
XP?
God. Get yourself 4, you ridiculous human being.
Yeah.
Next time, wedding.
Wedding.
All right.
Yeah, no, meeting Morosco is fine. Meeting his brother Menthet is not.
What's up with that guy?
He is not nearly as...
Is he also a god of death?
So, no, he's the god of life
Oh.
and summer, so he'll burn shit down,
Oh.
and he's a grizzled, hideous old man
He's a real
who's
old
missing an eye, as it were.
Overlaps.
But yes.
That's probably why you're so fascinated by a man who makes his eye vanish.
Yep, and he's also the god of war. So, while the
he's
god of
around
death
too.
is also a god of healing, the god of life is a god of war. So I've been around him as well. Which, if you remember Zhenya's speech to the ugly thing, the ugly angel that she killed,
Because fucking
she mentioned all this.
Slavic legends are fucked up.
Yes, they are. I love it. Love, 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 love.
Say goodnight, Internet.
Good night.
Was that rabbit?